Let's see. All right, there it is. We are
Hey,
live. Welcome to In the Paint. It is Friday night, like Friday Night Knicks, between the hours of 9 and roughly 10:30, something like that, approximately. But we're here for you guys for the realest talk in sports. My name is Rod. Well, excuse me, I want to say Roddy Jones, like government. My name is Angus Black. I'm the host and moderator of the show. And joining me tonight is not only is my main man, Dom is with us, but we have a first timer here on In the Paint. He's gonna be a regular. My man Jose. Welcome, brother. I
thank you for
appreciate you
having
being
me.
here. Yeah, of course. I appreciate it, man. We welcome you into the fold amongst the others.
All right. I feel comfortable with the
Yeah.
others.
That's a. I want you to you a member, man. That you a member now, brother. You, you can't back out on us. Yeah.
Oh, I won't. I won't. I
I
stay
tell
on
you,
Can't
my
run
hill.
now.
I tell you, I love this guy's energy, man. All right, well, let's get into this, shall we? The first thing we're gonna talk about, man, look, we're gonna ride in the lane of the NBA, the curious case of the Los Angeles Lakers. Oh my God, I feel so bad, and yeah, Jose, you might kill me. I feel bad for LeBron, man. He's like, look at his face. He's like, nah, I don't feel
I'm not
bad for
gonna.
that
I'm not
dude.
gonna be. I'm not gonna be. I'm not gonna kill you. I understand. Go ahead.
Okay. Yeah, that
I
face though.
will.
Yeah,
Oh hell no.
I'm just saying, man. This team, I don't know. I think it's the GM. You know what I'm saying? That guy Rob Pelinka, he sucks. You constructed a horrible roster. No shooters whatsoever. And basically it's LeBron and the others. I don't even include Russell. And even though Russell's doing well off the bench, but I still don't include him because I don't trust him like that. Do I love his energy? Do I like how he plays the game? Yes. But if you're not putting the ball in a hoop at an efficient rate, what's the point? And I don't even include street clothes. That's Anthony Davis. I don't even include him at all because he is just like non-factor. He's just a non-factor to me. You know what I'm saying? All that talent and to be on the sidelines, like Charles Barkley said, that's why you call him street clothes, because 9 times out of 10, you're gonna see him on the bench in street clothes. You know what I'm saying? So again, with the failure to get quality pieces around about to say Durant, around LeBron, it's not looking good. They're 2-9 at this point. I don't know if they're playing tonight, but if they did play before play tonight, they are 2-9. 2 wins, 9 losses. I don't I don't really think that's good for LeBron. And you signed a 2-year deal worth 97.1 million for the next 2 years. How's that going to work out? Because it's not looking good right now. And he's 38 years old and still balling at 38. You understand that? That's a testament. The guy keeps his body in shape. He plays hard, and for that to not pay off as far as like being in contention for a championship, to even get to like the West Finals, it's ridiculous to me. It's ridiculous. I'm sorry. So that I'm
Hey,
gonna just start off like that and let you guys get into it. We're gonna bounce around some more.
let's start. Let's start with playing. You
Hmm.
talking about Western Conference Championship? They would settle for play-in right
I'm
now.
sure. I'm sure they will.
Ever since LeBron has been there, if I'm not mistaken,
Hmm.
they've only been to the playoffs twice. Once they got knocked out in the play-in. If I'm
Right.
not mistaken,
I
I
don't think
can't
you
look it
are.
up right now.
Yes,
Right.
you are
I
correct.
don't want to add
Right.
extra light.
Right. Okay.
But it's one thing you said, and we've said this a million times,
Hmm.
the construction of the roster and no go.
Right.
Not only the construction, but before you started this reconstruction of a construction project,
Mm.
you sold your soul to the devil and every one of your draft picks for the next 105 years to
It's
get Anthony Davis.
right.
And who,
So,
Exactly.
and who, and who was pushing for Anthony Davis again?
uh, who the
Oh.
same person that pushed for Russell Westbrook.
And the
So,
same
but
person that pushed for Kevin Love.
you
Hmm.
know what they say? You know what they say?
Mm.
Be careful what you
True
wish
that.
for. You
Right.
just might get it.
You just might get it. Exactly,
So,
man.
I don't like the idea of, you know how I feel about Westbrook. I love Westbrook, but I
Right.
think he's just become the easy way out. He's
Hmm.
the easy fall guy. You know, you could go through coaches, you could go through players, you could go
Hmm.
through whatever you want. He became the fall guy. So that
Hmm.
being said, you know, here's the scary thing, and I'll stop.
Okay.
Not only is their present not looking good, but because of what they did,
What
Hmm.
future?
neither is their future.
Right.
What future?
Or future.
Between Anthony Davis and Russell Westbrook, all the parts they gave up. You can't even sit back and say, hey, Jose, I'll trade you blah, 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 and a draft pick, because you don't have one. Thank God the NBA, I don't know if y'all noticed, thank God the NBA has a rule where you can't trade or lose back-to-back years of a draft pick, or they
Stipend
really
rule.
be
Yeah.
asked out.
Stipend rule.
Exactly.
They're asked out to like 20,
I think 27.
25, then 27. So
that's it. That's
Yeah.
it. Jose.
See, the way I look at it is, you know, you gotta really understand. In order to maximize LeBron James, you need shooters around him.
Right.
And the fact that he needs shooters around him, if you look at the team he had before he traded for Anthony Davis, he could have won with that team. Brandon Ingram, Kyle Kuzma, come on, ball. You got people to get the ball off of your hands and work with them, but nah, he wants people that go and play the role that he needs them to play.
Right.
Like I always take it back. This is the question you asked me earlier, backstage. Okay, now we're gonna get into it.
Okay.
You take Kevin Love, one of the best low post players in the NBA, a walking 24 and 15 guy, and turn him into 3-point corner specialist. Why? Because LeBron can't shoot. I need to be able to drive the lane, and you got to stand right there and you got to shoot.
Okay.
His problem is the construction. He was the one that made the trade for Anthony Davis. Magic bounced because he wasn't going to let LeBron tell him what to do.
Right.
So Rob Pelinka was going to do it because, hey, I got a job, so I'll do whatever it is to keep this job. You want me to give you a KCP, a 2-year deal, so that LeBron James should come the next year? No problem. Here you go. That's what it all comes down to. So, you know, the Russell Westbrook, I've always felt this about Russell Westbrook. He's a great player. He's a great player. But when you look at his efficiency, he's never shot above 45% from the field. He's never shot above 25% from three-point line. And he averages anywhere from 6 to 7 turnovers a game. So here you go. You know, you guys play basketball, right?
A little something.
Okay, you got a basketball player, you got a point guard who gets 15 assists, but he gets 9 turnovers. How many actual assists is he making now? About 6?
Yeah, that's it.
So
6.
those triple doubles really don't look that sexy when he's shooting 35% from the field, 40% from the free throw line, and has 8 turnovers. But he's averaging a triple double.
Right.
But if I take 50 shots a game, I better score 20 points, bro.
Of course.
Score 20 points.
Yeah, you better, because we're gonna come looking for you.
And now what you're seeing with Russell is LeBron's not letting him shoot 50 times.
No.
You know what I mean? And I'm sorry. The one thing listen, I like LeBron's game all around. I'm not gonna say it, but superstar, megastar, all be all, you got to be able to make players better at what they do and not make them better doing what you need them to do. That's the difference.
Which makes me think, and it's just a question, is Russell Westbrook a better player around not better players? Does he make those not better players better than what Jose is talking about with LeBron?
I'll give you the perfect example.
Look at what Westbrook did. We could say what we want about his turnovers, and you know, it took 50-something years for somebody to get a triple-double. Now it don't mean nothing. But he took a team that Kevin Durant left, and that next year they won 5 less games than they did the year before with Durant, with a makeshift roster and Russell Westbrook. So
see,
I always thought
Russell's thing is
don't need to be around a lot of like players. He's better when he's just Russell Westbrook.
Yeah.
Maybe it's my defense of Russell Westbrook. Maybe he did it with OKC. He had a hard time in Houston because of their makeup. But he went to Washington. He did it in Washington with one other guy. And Beal was hurt most of that time. And he still brought them out of the doldrum. Probably had one of his best years. And it wasn't a triple-double season.
No,
one of his best years was that last year in Washington before the Lakers got him. But when you put him around, again, Jose hit it. When you put people around LeBron, Rodney can't do what he does. Jose can't do what he does. Dominic can't do what he does. You gotta, he gotta do something different. So that sort of messes up the psyche of one, the individual,
Mm-hmm.
and then the rest of the team. Look at every player the Lakers gave up to either get Anthony Davis or Russell Westbrook. Look at them right now.
Right. Yeah.
Every one of them.
Yeah. What's
Not
he
to
just
mention,
had 36 points the other night.
the New Orleans check this out. Hypothetically, the New Orleans Pelicans could win the championship this year
and still get the number 1 pick
and get a lottery pick.
That's crazy. Yo, you know what?
I don't think we've ever seen that before.
I don't think we have. You know what? I want to throw something in there. Also, they have their eyes on Bradley Beal in Washington. Now, it's crazy because Beal has a no trade contract. You understand what I'm saying? He has that clause in his contract. So which he's given no indication whatsoever of wanting to be traded from why not. I have no idea why not. I mean, I'm just saying. But he has given no indication of wanting that to happen. So, Pelinka, you just ought to give up on that deal. I don't think that's going to happen at all. You know what
Bradley Beal is the East Coast version of Damian Lillard.
Yeah.
They're going to sink or swim with the organization that gave them a chance.
Right, and that's it.
As loyalty, they're gonna be loyal to the end.
Right.
Yeah.
To a fault.
Exactly.
Kevin Garnett. You'll get him when he's like 37 years old, right before he's about to retire, just to get him a chance to win the championship.
And that's gonna be
worst. The worst thing that happened to the Lakers was last year. The last free agent available was begging to go home.
Yeah.
DeMar DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan.
Was begging the Lakers to sign him.
I'll take him over Russell any day.
Yeah. Oh, hell yeah. Let me just bring out our boy.
Here he comes.
Yeah, and I wore this for you, Mr. Bishop. Okay, how you doing tonight, buddy?
What's going on, fellas? How you doing?
What's going on?
Ain't nothing, man. Ain't nothing. Just living life. Happy Veterans Day. Happy Veterans Day.
Thank you. Appreciate it. Happy Veterans. Yo, we got our new guy, man, Mr. Jose here with us, joining us as well. Jose, this is the Bishop. You know what I'm saying?
What's going on?
Hell yeah.
So y'all, I hope y'all been telling them the truth.
Cover your ears, Jose.
I hope you've been telling them the truth.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Sometimes we getting out the watered down version, you know what I'm saying? And then the bishop got to come and give them the truth.
Negro, please get out of here, man.
Yeah. It's all good though. It's all good because they got the right man for the job. They got the right man for the job. I don't take no days off, and I work overtime too because it got to get out there. The truth got to get out there.
Bishop, let me just give you an update. We just talking about the Lakers, man. You know, the curious case of those guys, man. Have you been here listening a little bit or not really?
So I watched the Lakers play. So to me, the big problem with that team is they're not playing based on the personnel that they have. For some strange reason, they keep trying to like imitate the Warriors, and they don't have the personnel for that. It's like you don't have this kind of 3-point shooting, so stop shooting threes. Like go to the basket, cut. Like you got NBA level players, play to your strengths. This year you finally got a team that will play defense. Like you got guys that will play defense. You got guys that are gonna go hard. So play to that strength. And LeBron is smart enough. He's been doing it long enough to know, okay, well, if I don't have the shooters around me, then I can't play that certain way. So let me play differently and still get his numbers. Russell is fine. It's like for some strange reason, people are like, okay, get rid of Russell. He's not the problem. The last like 3 games, Russell came off the bench. He's been playing how he normally plays. Was you trying to have him stand outside the 3-point line and shoot threes? He's never been a 3-point shooter.
No, he hasn't.
He's never been a 3-point shooter. They got rid of the guys who were 3-point shooters, then Caruso and a couple of the other guys, KCP, the 3-and-D guys. It's like those are the prototypical guys that LeBron likes to play with, but they got rid of those guys. So you don't have that replacement. I did not realize that a kid from San Antonio, I didn't realize he was that good.
Lonnie Walker.
Yeah.
I
didn't realize he was that good because like on some it's like some games it's like he don't quit.
That's because Pop makes you play in the system and doesn't let you get out that system.
Yeah, he ain't got no quit. Like
Right.
he goes after it. He gets after it, and he gets. I didn't realize he was that good of a scorer. When he finds his opportunities, and he never takes shots that are outside of like. That's one good thing in the Pop system. You don't take wild shots, so you're always in the pocket, and
Yeah.
he's
Right.
taking advantage
Okay.
of them opportunities.
Okay.
But if the Lakers play like what their personnel is, they would compete with any other team, any other night. I'm not saying they're gonna win all the games, but some of them games that they lost, it's like if you're trying to shoot 43s and your team is a 28% 3-point shooting team, it don't matter how many threes you shoot.
That's not hard math right there.
Exactly.
It's not difficult math. Exactly. I feel you, man.
It's like,
Well, Bishop, let me ask you a question. What would you want the Lakers to run?
So they have Anthony Davis.
Okay.
He's pretty good. He's pretty good if you run some offense through him. You get Russ out there.
Okay,
Anthony Davis.
wait. What kind of offense you want to run through Anthony Davis? Post up or isolation mid range?
That mid range.
Okay.
That mid range. Then he's pretty good with passing, and you got guys who are gonna cut. I'm not even talking about Patrick Beverly. I'm baffled as to why he's even there. But I'm talking about like some of the guys that they got, some of the wing players that they got.
Mm-hmm.
They get after it. They athletic. They play defense. So you know that they cut to the basket. They play smart, high IQ basketball. Then you got, and then you could put. If they got Russell Westbrook coming in off the bench, so then in that second unit, if you want to get out there and get frenetic and run up and down and out of control, you got a bunch of youngsters, a bunch of young guns out there. They like that. You know what I'm saying? Them dudes like that. You got the tall African kid with the long legs, the dark skinned one. It's like, yo, I forget his name, but that's all he do is run up and down because he like 70 pounds.
Right.
So only way he gonna get his is if they running up and down.
Right.
So
okay.
Like,
see, that's not gonna work. That's not gonna work because you sag off of Anthony Davis and just play in the paint because you have no shooters.
Yeah, but you got those
so that
guys.
Offense isn't gonna work. You can't cut in the paint because we're gonna pack the paint because no one shoots.
Well, if you're not shooting 3-pointers, that's the thing.
It doesn't.
10, 15
what else are you
footers?
gonna shoot? What else are you gonna shoot?
10, 15 footers for those guys, they can shoot those because that's regular. That's regular.
But with 10 and 15 footers, you can pack the paint, come out, and then go back into the paint. You need them to be 3-point shooters to get out the paint so Anthony Davis can work.
Yeah. Anthony Davis is not just one of those. Anthony Davis can shoot 15 footers as well.
As long as he's playing up. Is he going to play more than 50 games?
Well, that's a mystery.
So right there, scrap that idea of running the offense through him.
That's a mystery.
Scrap that right there.
Well, you got a good point. You got a good point there. Then
here's another question for you. See, I'm sorry I did this. I kind of did set you up. You ever seen LeBron James' team running offense? Offensive plays.
Besides him getting the ball and them feeding off of him, besides him getting the ball and them feeding off of him, he still can do that. But at this stage, I wouldn't.
No. Ever. He doesn't run offensive plays. It's dribble, isolation, action on the front screen so I could kick the back screen corner 3. That's what he runs. In Miami, Ray Allen open for 3. Mike Miller open for 3.
Well,
Chauncey, Mario Chalmers open for 3. Same play. Right. The exact same play I'm talking about. Kyrie Irving, the exact same play. Action on one side, LeBron dribble, all the action. You paid attention. Cross court, wide open 3.
Yeah, but you taking away
what
from
happened to the Lakers? Same thing with KCP. Action with Anthony Davis, kick it to KCP in the corner, wide open 3. That's the offense he runs.
But you got to be
3 different places. I just told you it.
Right. You got to be able to adjust because you don't have that.
He never has. He never has and won all of this for us. So why am I going to change now? I'm LeBron James. I don't have to change. Y'all got to play the way I play.
You 20 years in, You have no choice. You can't do the same things that you were able to do
Yes, you
before.
can. I'm LeBron James. I'm Rick
Yeah,
James. You gotta let me
yeah,
do it, bro. Come on.
yeah,
Well,
yeah. I think that's part of the problem. That's part of the problem that him and Westbrook was having
There you
because
go.
Westbrook is not. He's
Westbrook
not a
should never
3-point
start on
shooter.
a team. Westbrook should come off the bench. And when
Yeah.
Westbrook should come off the bench for LeBron James, you can't have two ball dominant ball handlers that can't shoot outside threes.
But the crazy
Can't
part
do that.
is, you make good points. The crazy part is, LeBron can play off the ball.
Right. He chooses not to because then the
LeBron,
shine isn't his anymore.
LeBron can play off the ball
Hmm.
and be very effective. Like he cuts to the back. Yo, when he cuts to the basket, that's 6'8", 265. You see, it's like Moses, the Red Sea parting. Like nobody
Of
standing in there
course,
to
no
take
one's
this.
going to take that because it's not back in the days. You think you're going to do that, Xavier McDaniels?
Huh.
Nah, nah.
Bill
Nah.
Laimbeer?
Oh hell no.
Rick Mahorn?
but
Nah.
Karl
all
Malone?
all
Yeah,
right,
it's a
guys.
different NBA.
Now that we got all the fun out the way, here's
Uh,
what it boils down to. It boils down to brass knuckles. There are -8 between points for and points against.
hmm.
And ironically, they're giving up 116 points, which is far better than last year.
Yeah.
But everything they're
Mhm.
doing is 24, 25th, whatever in the NBA. Everything
Mhm.
from points, they're
Mhm.
23rd in points, they're 26th in field goal percentage, 13th in free throw percentage. Damn, they're last in 3-point shots made percentage,
Not
rebounds
shocking. Not
13th,
shocking.
assists 24th, turnovers 18,
Mhm.
assist to turnover ratio 23rd, block shots 19. This is what it comes down to because they don't have enough talent to do any of the things we just saw that I mentioned. And
Let me
again,
ask,
I
let me
love
ask
I
you a
love
question.
Bishop's plan. Bishop's plan of running an offense through Anthony Davis. If you keep doing that, he really won't play 54 games. He can't
And
take no knock against the guy, man. But he just can't take the wear and tear of the NBA.
look,
I'm
Dominic, I
not a
can name two
doctor.
players. Look, I can name two players they trade are doing exactly that. Brandon Ingram and Josh Hart.
Hmm.
And
I mean,
both of
I'm
them
not
were
a
traded for
doctor,
Anthony Davis.
but we've
Yeah.
seen this movie with Anthony Davis. And you know what? It's to the point now, Bishop, where it would be kind of. I'm just saying, Bishop, because that's my boy. It's kind of hard right now for them to even try to unload him for something, whether quality players in return, a draft pick, because everybody else is seeing the same thing. Damn, R's only going to give me 54 games. If he gives you
Mhm.
60, that's like. Remember this, guys. They won the championship in the bubble,
Right.
and they had 4 months off. They didn't have them 4 months off. You think Anthony Davis would still be in the bubble? No, no, not by his history.
Well,
He would have
well,
been out somewhere along that line. And it's sad to think of it like that, guys. I mean, he is a talent. Don't get me wrong. He is a
Right.
talent.
Well, we know
But
that.
what do they say? Your best ability is what?
Your availability.
yeah, but when you look at the games that they played, so they haven't been blown out. So what that says to me is you just need to change your strategy up a bit. Last season, season before last, they didn't play any defense. Like Taylor Horton,
Right.
like all of those role players, everybody for some reason felt like it wasn't their job to play defense. These guys that they got now, everybody pretty much plays D. Like the guys who play, especially guys on the perimeter, they get after it. It's just like in the fourth quarter of games, and the beginning or the middle of the fourth quarter, it's like they lose focus. Like they'll be in the game, and then like towards the end, they just I don't know. It's like I don't know if they're
But
worn down or whatever, but they
They
just
don't
no,
lose
have the
focus.
talent,
no,
Bishop.
Bishop, I'm gonna keep it real with you. That's the knock on those guys that they got. That was their knock. That's why the Lakers were able to get them.
Yeah, but what that says to me is if you're not getting blown out, if you're losing games by like 10 points,
Yeah, you're making knuckleheaded
15,
moves. You're
so
making knuckleheaded
yeah,
moves.
Mm.
Yeah, and those are the type of players that they were, and that's their stigma.
yeah. So
You understand?
they'll be in the game, they'll be in the game, and then Russell Westbrook will come in and have two stupid turnovers.
That's what he does.
Then somebody else will come in or and get a stupid foul. And then the
That's
other
what he
team
does.
comes down and scores. And then it's just like, well, wait a minute. The game was we were just up by like 7, and now we down by like 6. That's a 13-point swing. And now you swinging for the fence because you need to get back in it. And now you got to jack up threes. And you're not a 3-point shooting team. So my thing is, you got to kind of like play your defense, be semi-conservative. I'm not saying don't shoot the threes because teams are going to offer it up. I'm not saying don't shoot it. You just don't have to shoot 40. You got 85 shots in the game. Half of those shots ain't got to be 3-pointers because guess what? You're only shooting 28% from the 3-point line. So you like one game I think they shot like 40 3-pointers and they hit like 6.
Oh, come on, man. No, they didn't.
They hit like 6 or 7, and I'm like,
no, I believe that. I believe that.
I'm
I
like,
believe that.
yo, like why y'all still shooting? Why y'all still shooting those? Like, stop shooting them. Stop shooting them.
That's the new NBA. Come down the court and shoot threes.
Yeah.
That's the new NBA.
Exactly.
The good thing is Anthony Davis is not shooting a lot of them this year.
Right.
He's probably
because they
shot
turned him into a
16.
center now.
Yeah, he's probably shot 16 threes. Thank God, because he's only shooting 26%.
Right.
Nah, you
But
worry too much. He's gonna stay healthy.
The bottom line is, guys, I'm looking at their roster right now.
Yeah.
They don't have no talent.
Nah.
I'm sorry.
But you gotta understand. Listen, hold on. How much you paying Anthony Davis? How much you paying Anthony Davis?
Ooh.
How much you paying Russell Westbrook?
Yeah.
How much you paying LeBron James? Those 3 players alone are like almost $200 million, right? 50, and what? Another 40? That's $140 between 3 players, and the salary cap is $200 million. So now you got to get 13 other players for how much?
That's what
you got to go to the bargain basement.
Yeah, but
so if you get the talent, you got to understand. You get a player, he might look good, but he's gonna be boneheaded. He might do this, but he's gonna do a turnover. That's why you get him for bargain basement prices. You can't have LeBron James, Anthony Davis, and Russell Westbrook and expect to get talent, especially when you have no draft picks.
None.
Well, I think what was probably brewing because it seems like something's going on. Like I can see it's an undercurrent. I don't see the Brooklyn Novellas. I don't see them.
Here he goes.
Here he goes. I don't see them keeping that team together. I don't see them keeping that team together.
Let me ask you one question, Bishop. Straight up, who you think stays longer, LeBron James or Kevin Durant in their current position?
Who stays longer?
Yes.
What do you mean permanent position? What do you mean?
Their current position, Laker and Net. Yeah.
Oh, LeBron James is going to stay longer. Kevin Durant is out of there.
No, you can't.
Kevin Durant is out of there.
You can't.
You know why?
Kyrie's gonna go before Kevin.
No, they both going. They both going. And this is so crazy to me. Because if you think about it, and you don't understand. Like I had to hold my tongue when they had all 3 superstars on that team because I was like, yo, like they really about to start spacing people. And then after a while, it's like, yeah, these guys are still the same. This is Mo, Larry, and Curly on the Brooklyn Novellas because these guys not doing nothing. And if you think about it,
he's a hater, man.
You didn't give Kyrie his money. You didn't give him his money. That's a slap in the face there.
Would you?
Yeah.
Would you?
Earned that. Yes. You have to.
How? Hold on, time out. How did he earn that?
27 points a game.
Okay.
45% from the field.
What year you talking about? What year you talking about? Because you never played more than 82 games any season for any team. Go ahead.
That's his average. 27
of course. Well, okay. Now, if I play 35 games in one year, then I play 25 games in another year, and I averaged 30 points, right? Even though I only played 50 games in 2 seasons, the average is going to be high, right?
Not necessarily. You still got to make the shots. You still got to make shots.
You don't come on. You know how points per games work.
Listen,
you know how points per games work.
Listen,
you still.
The bottom line is the Bishop is a hater of the.
Oh, I get it. I know, and he loves the Lakers and LeBron. I feel him on that.
No. I'm a Knicks fan.
I know.
I'm a Knicks fan.
Not the way you talking about them Lakers, bro.
I'm a basketball fan.
Okay, fine. I'll give you a perfect example. I'm glad you said you're a Knicks fan. Now you know what does Julius Randle do every time he gets the ball in the paint?
Well, this season, This
No,
season,
I'm not talking about this season. What is he known for? Come on, you a Knicks fan.
is he known for like his mid-range game? He's got a
Dribble, spin. He always spins, right?
He's not doing that this season.
I didn't say this season. I said, what is he known for? Dribble, and spin into the lane, right?
You can't. That's not accurate. That's not an
Hold
accurate.
up, I got to stop.
He did it when he played in New Orleans too, coming off the bench, bro. Trust me, I watched this dude.
Bishop, we got to ask the question, Bishop.
Hold on.
Jose, what team are you? Who's your team, Jose?
I'm a Knicks fan.
Oh, okay.
I'm a suffering Knicks fan, bro. I grew up with the Bernard King Knicks and the Patrick Ewing Knicks, okay?
Yeah, but you gotta look at. I was fed up with him last season because what you're saying now, that's exactly what he was doing, and also shooting 3-pointers, step back.
Right. Now I use that to accentuate the previous point I made. You knew that's what he was.
Whoa.
You knew that what he was, and you expected him not to do that.
I need you to back up for a second.
Yeah.
You just said a fancy word.
What
word was that?
Accentuate.
Oh, okay, all right.
He going Stephen A. Smith on him.
What that mean?
Nah.
To bring to the forefront.
Yes.
Okay. All right. Okay. All right. I'm with you now.
Remember, I said when you have a player that does a certain thing, you expect them to do something different. But this is what the player always does. Now you're surprised the way Julius Randle is playing now because he decided not to do the spin thing anymore. But coming into this year, you thought, I hope this motherfucker don't go into the paint and then do that stupid spin.
No, I was hoping that he didn't come back shooting 3-pointers.
Of course, me too. I didn't want him.
Yeah,
I didn't want him.
Right.
When he was in New Orleans, when he was playing with a point guard,
right,
he was averaging 20-something points a game.
But remember, he was coming off the bench. He wasn't starting. He was
starting.
He was starting.
No, he was a sixth man.
When they had
Anthony
Davis.
Davis.
Had Drew Holiday, he was starting.
He was starting. Yes. He was
coming off the bench. He's coming off the bench because remember, he was the 4. Anthony Davis didn't want to play the 5 in New Orleans.
Well, I know
Anthony Davis was the power forward.
I know he was
getting in for Anthony Davis.
He was averaging 20-something points a game. And what I'm saying now is he's doing a lot of face-up. He does a lot of face-up. He does a lot of mid-range, which his mid-range game is impeccable. I always said that. His mid-range game and driving to the basket, that's his bread and butter. 265, 6'9", muscular, strong as hell. That's your bread and butter. Now we just need to get RJ to understand that you are like DeMar DeRozan light. You need to focus in that mid-range because he's got a good mid-range game as well.
Yeah, he does. He just got to go right. Stop with that left shit.
Right. But I'm saying if he focused in the mid-range, then he would get more moves to the left and to the right, and he's athletic. But he wants to shoot threes.
Because the mid-range game is there, bro. The analyst tells you take a step back and shoot that 3 is worth more points than a fucking dunk, bro.
It's crazy.
That's the problem.
That's the game.
It's crazy,
that's the game.
Man.
That's today's game.
So then now you have like guys. It's like again, like I always say this too. You got guys. They average 20 points, but they're taking 18 shots a game.
Right.
It's like, dude, you took 18 shots to score 20 points. That is crazy. That sucks. That means like Kevin Durant had 13 shots one game. You know how many points he had? 37 points off of 13 shots.
It's like you said, Bishop. You know what I'm saying? Especially when speaking about RJ. You know, he doesn't need to take all those shots. You understand? You said it. Like, what did you say? I think you said between 8
to 12 shots a game.
There you go.
For 20 points, 8 to 12 shots a game.
That's
no more, no less.
You know, we don't need to see you
at least 5 free throws, bro. You got to go to the line at least 5 times a game.
I'm not even counting the free throws. I'm talking about shots.
Exactly. But if he does 8 to 12 field goal attempts or whatnot, and you have a like 4 to 5 free throws, that's 20. That could be 20 right there.
20 points right there.
You know what I'm saying? For real. I don't want to see this guy, and I'm not a Knicks fan, but I want to see this guy shooting 17, 18, 20 times and winding up with like 16, 18 points. That's ridiculous. It's ridiculous.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Shouldn't be doing that.
No, absolutely not.
It's like this one. A lot of those shots, I'd say about 5 or 6 of those shots, are him getting a rebound and going 1 against 4 on a break and going hard left. Like these dudes don't even guard him. They just stand right there in that spot. They just stand right there in that spot and be like, yo, you come here, it's gonna get blocked, or you're gonna take a wild shot and be looking for the foul, and the referee just gonna be looking at you crazy. Like,
Right.
yo, you just went 104. It's like you're not back at Duke. You just went 104 in the league.
And the narrative of he's only been we can't do that no more.
No.
It's 4 years, $30 million a year.
Exactly.
And since we was talking about Russell Westbrook,
Uh-oh.
the only player to miss more dunks and more layups in the NBA than RJ Barrett was Russell Westbrook.
Right.
And he's doing the same thing this year. I'm watching the beginning of the game today. Going to the hoop, can't hit the layup.
Yeah, he
Can't hit the bunny.
He's scared. He's scared of contact.
Mm.
But then again, that's a Dookie. And by the way, I don't like Duke neither.
Yeah.
Well, but here's the strange thing. Not only are you not finishing, you're not finishing going to the same move over and over and over again.
But that's because he's forcing that shot. So
yeah,
one of the things that I do, like, I watch his game. He's good at like cutting to the basket. He's good at playing off the ball. So I'm like, dude, like, why don't you?
Because he's gonna play a lot better now that he has a real point guard. Because he hasn't had a real point guard in a couple of years.
That's what Max said. And then the other night, he took like 18 shots and scored like 20 points, and everybody was like all excited. Yeah, he's back, this and that. Like, yo, dude, you took like 7 horrible shots.
Right.
Took like 7 horrible shots.
Right.
And like two other shots, you didn't have to take those. Like, you just decided that you wanted to. First of all, you got 2 left feet, so you trying to make a move off the dribble. It looks crazy. Crazy.
Is it me or does he look so robotic?
Yes, that's what I'm talking. Because he got 2 left feet. He got 2 left feet.
He looks so robotic. And what's sad about what Bishop's saying is doing all of that goofy shit the other night.
Yep.
Simply him trying to pad stats, and it didn't work.
Yeah.
Okay.
He was hooked on. He averaged 20 points last year, but they didn't look at he shot 17.5 times a night. And today, right now, through 11 games, he has taken the most field goal attempts on the New York Knicks. Not Julius Randle. Julius Randle ain't even second. It's RJ Barrett, Jalen Brunson, Julius Randle. But we'll get high on the hog and say he's averaging 18. Yeah, on 18 shots.
Right. And that's
not efficient basketball.
Well, wasn't Russell doing that when he was in OKC though? And that was cool?
Hell yeah.
Yeah, but OKC was going nowhere.
Right.
They were going nowhere.
And they still made the playoffs.
Right.
And lost in the first round every single time.
That's okay.
Sure, but that's what they aimed for.
And they never get to the playoffs.
But remember, he got to the playoffs one time and they ain't show up. All right, don't forget that. But still, remember, Russell Westbrook was allowed to do with the freedom to do what he wanted to do.
Yeah,
bro, the reason why Kevin Durant left OKC was because he was the leading scorer. Russell Westbrook told him, "Nah, nigga, I'ma shoot." That's why he left.
Well, I like Kevin Durant, but let's not get it twisted. That may be the ultimate bitch move in the NBA.
No, that's not a
going to Golden State.
No, that's not a bitch. Listen, that's not a bitch move. That's the current NBA
Bishop,
move. Because unless you win a championship, you are trash.
Hold on. Hold up.
LeBron going to Miami wasn't the ultimate bitch move.
Hold up.
Yes.
Hold up.
Yes, to that one too.
It's the ultimate bitch move, and I'm gonna tell you why. When you follow up with a loss, with a team that won,
and you were up 3-2,
and because you failed at your job of putting the ball in the hoop, and you
but he didn't get the chance.
Well, wait.
Look at that game. Russell was taking most of the shots.
They both choked in Game 7.
They both had opportunities.
They both failed in Game 6 and Game 7.
But let me ask you. Listen, Kevin Durant was the leading scorer that season that they lost that you're talking about. In Game 7, who took more shots? It wasn't Kevin Durant.
We'd have to look it up.
Trust me, because I've had this argument with DU about this. I back up what I say.
Okay.
Stay with us on
so
that.
that you know.
Not only did they both choke.
Yes,
up 3
I agree.
games to 2. You're up 3-2.
But you know,
choked the
bro,
last
he
two games.
has a burner Twitter account because he's
Hold
scared
on.
to put his name to his words.
Right.
So of course he's gonna do the
But-
soft stuff.
He went to
He
that
don't want to
old
be Charles
attitude.
Barkley. They clowning him that he never won a championship. That's why he did
Jose,
it.
I bet you all your life you thought that was a joke. If you
What?
can't beat him, join him. I bet
No,
everybody thought
Jason
that was a
Sharpie
joke,
did
right?
that. I understand
Until
that.
Kevin Durant did it. Stop.
Yeah.
That's the ultimate bitch move. Because you know what? LeBron James went to Miami. He didn't lose to Miami the year before.
Right.
No, he joined Miami to beat Boston because he couldn't beat Boston.
That's okay. He didn't go to Boston, though.
He didn't go to Boston. But
I feel you there. I agree with that.
Yeah,
But
come on now.
I'm just saying the reason why he did it was to not beat Charles Barkley. Because you see how Charles get clowned by Shaq? You ain't got one of these. Ha ha ha. Kenny Smith. You don't want to be. Kevin Durant can't be that. He's might be the best player, basketball player to never win it. He's not trying to be that, bro. He's not.
Kenny Smith's a ride along.
Of course, I agree.
Kevin Hart with Ice Cube.
Yes.
He wouldn't have no rings if he wasn't on that team.
Right. But still, you think you want Kevin Durant to answer to Kenny Smith when he puts the ring? Kevin, oh my God, he'd be angry. You trash. You know who I am? Yeah, Nick, you ain't got a ring. That's what you are. He's not trying to hear that.
So just to, I'm one of the criticisms that I always had about Kevin Durant is like, okay, so you're an efficient scorer. Nobody can really stop you. And in the prime time of games, you disappear. When the pressure is on,
you have to carry every game, bro. That's the problem.
when the pressure is on, you disappear. So it wasn't just against Golden State that he disappeared. Like when they played in the finals.
Against Miami when they were like 3 years in the league. Come on, bro. You can't even say that.
I'm just saying when they played in the finals and it's like they had nobody to match up with him. Nobody to match up with him. He got small. He got real small. He got real small.
That was Russell Westbrook's second, third year. That was James Harden's second year, bro. They were young.
That's okay. They were still talented.
They were still talented.
But they never got a chance to go back because they traded Russ. They traded Harden the next year.
But see, here's the thing. Here's the thing. If you're hyped up as a gifted scorer in the NBA, scorer,
right?
Your primary mission, which you failed to do, is put the ball in the hoop.
Score.
I'm sorry. You can never take that away from me. I will never forget something like that because he got that title, gifted scorer, and he failed at his job.
Now I will say this, because you heard me say this a million times, because I like Kevin Durant.
Right.
Though it was an ultimate bitch move. When you look at the history of that, Golden State beat Cleveland minus Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving, right?
Mm-hmm.
Y'all tracking? They won. They lost to the Cleveland team with Kevin Love and Kyrie Irving. So we're 1-1, right? We're 1-1. Right. Possibly could have been 0-2 for Golden State. Then you go get Kevin Durant and you win the next two. And would have won the next three if he didn't get hurt. I always bring that up only to Golden State fans. Because they thought they were the high and mighty. But again, you were 1-1, could have been 0-2. Because if they beat you with Love and Kyrie, who's to say they wouldn't have beat you the first time with Love and Kyrie? But we can't do that. We can't. They won. It's a win. But when they came back the next year with all their players, they smoked them. And they beat them 2 times in their own arena. They were up 3-2 against Cleveland and lost the last 2 games at home. So we're 1-1, guys. We're 1-1. And Draymond Green calls Kevin Durant, man, do I got a deal for you? They won the next 2 rings. And he was the MVP. And they would have won the third. You ain't going to sit here and tell me that even without Klay Thompson, if Kevin Durant's playing, Toronto beats Golden State. Hell no.
They had no answer for him.
Right.
They had no answer for Kevin Durant.
No. Sorry. So in that case, I defend him, but it was still a bitch move. Because you went to the team that beat you. That's what made it the bitch move.
Because he was trying to win a championship because he didn't want to retire with no ring and be crowned for the rest of his
It
life.
happened to the best of them, man.
I'm not trying to hear that.
He's
No,
that soft, bro.
he went to a
Someone that has a
certified.
burner Twitter
He
account
went to
because
a
you don't want to put a
certified
name to what he
winner.
says
He went
too
to a
long.
certified
He
team.
could have went to any
He went
other
to a
team.
certified team. You
I
could have
agree with you,
He
and
could
I
have
would
went
have
to any
respected
other
that more.
team. For sure, no doubt, no doubt.
How
I would
many
respect that.
Hall of Famers didn't win a ring?
It's
Of
quite a few.
course, I know that.
It's quite a
But
few.
his
Still Hall
ego
of
can't
Famers.
take it, though. His ego, I know. A Hall of Famer to them means nothing without a ring because everybody talks about that ring. He
Right.
sees, you got to remember, they're not like us. They weren't born before Twitter,
Yeah, right.
before the internet. They weren't born before then. So they only see what is put out there on
Right.
social media. In social media, if you ain't got a ring, you get clowned.
Right. That's
Yeah.
hilarious. This is true though. That is hilarious. Yo, let's move on somewhat, man. Let me get to this Brooklyn net heat, and somebody's gonna be firing at me. They officially hired making the interim permanent head coach Jacque Vaughn. As a Brooklyn Net fan, I kind of like Jacque. Jacque. I know, and I'm gonna say that for this particular reason. Yes, we know how you fared before in Orlando. Okay, who the hell signed? I know that's the Bishop probably with his bullshit. Yes, we know that in Orlando he didn't fare so well. Okay, maybe he didn't fare so well being assistant at other stops. All right, I get it, but I think that he's learned on how to become an efficient coach. I think he's getting them to play, at least put out some effort. And I've seen effort defensively. Am I saying that the whole team is a bunch of defensive stoppers? No, but at least they put in more effort than they did with that clown Nash. You understand? Who knew nothing about defense, and as Big Mac likes to say, D'Antoni's daddy, as he referred to as Nash. I never wanted that guy. He should have never had the job in the first place. But to go from Nash to Vaughn, I think is a pretty decent move, to be honest. And what about Ime Udoka? I ain't want that. I really didn't want that. I really
You
didn't
don't
want that.
You're going through the anti-Semite. You don't want the females after you too, bro. You don't want that.
Yeah, I didn't want that.
You already got one drama. You need part two. Nah, you good.
No, we good on that. I think that's a wise move not to bring that guy in, man. Not right off the heels anyway.
Well,
no.
So what's the stigma with Ime?
Oof.
What?
What do you want to know? Which one?
Yeah.
The assistant or the owner's wife?
The stigma with him was he putting that LD down. That's the stigma with him.
I'm the owner's wife, bro.
We don't need that.
She got to get it. She got to get it.
Nah, we don't. Nah, I'm not trying to hear that. I ain't trying to hear that. I ain't trying to hear that.
I'm open opportunity, free opportunity.
Nah, I'm not trying to
But
hear that.
all jokes aside, Bishop, and we had this conversation. I don't know if it was last week with Mac. It let's take away what he did, but we can't.
We can't. Exactly.
So you're dealing with too much at one time.
Yeah.
You're dealing with Kyrie. You're dealing with Kevin Durant saying fire everybody except the Statue of Liberty. And then you bring in a coach that's got whatever Bishop
didn't
might
Kevin
say.
Durant want Steve Nash though?
Yeah, they were
They
boys.
both did. They both did.
Because listen, you got a coach that never coached before, so we don't have to listen because he's not really a coach.
Exactly.
Because Kenny Atkinson was telling us what we didn't want to hear because he was actually being a coach. Nah, we want a coach that's not really a coach.
Yeah, we want
a funny thing is,
we want a figurehead.
People forget Steve Nash was one of the reasons Kevin Durant went to Golden State. They've been friends forever.
Right.
So, but again, bringing Ime right now, nah.
Not right
I think
now.
what they did was the safe thing. That's what I think they played the safe. First and second, no outs. Let's bunt.
So
let's move the runners along and hope for a sack or whatever.
Definitely.
But it was just a safe thing to do. Nothing against Udoka. He'll get a job next year. It just won't be with the Nets.
No.
Yeah. Well,
might be with the Knicks at the rate we're going, but hey.
Well, I wanted the entertainment, so it's like
Well,
the
we
more
know
the
why you
merrier.
want.
Shut up,
You're a
man.
The more
hater.
the more
Exactly.
the
Tell
merrier.
us.
It's like, yo,
I'm gonna mute
the
your
Brook,
mic, man, because you're talking that bullshit right now,
the
man.
Brooklyn
You
novellas,
know
it
what
would
I'm
have
saying?
been just
See,
in that alley. It would
he's
have
in
been
it for
just down
the
that alley.
he's in it for the soap opera
It
angle of
was
it
just
all. That's what
down
it.
that alley.
He's a hater.
Well,
He's a
no,
big time
no,
hater.
no.
We just want the
no.
popcorn and soda,
Bro,
right, Bishop?
listen. Kevin Durant started that whole shit when he said the Knicks ain't cool anymore.
Exactly.
You should have never
Exactly.
said that because
Right.
even when y'all had the best record in the league in the East, the back pages were still about the Knicks got the number 4 seed.
Oh,
Boom, boom,
whatever.
boom.
Boom,
There
nothing.
it
Boom,
is.
nothing. They ain't
There
going
it
nowhere.
is.
They ain't going nowhere.
And
They
what
ain't
It's
you
going
not
tell
about
me,
nowhere.
not going anywhere. It's about we know who you are. You the Brook. Y'all not really good. We saw that already. The KG, Paul Pierce, and DeRon Williams. Y'all tried that a couple of years ago. You know how y'all do
so
them things.
what's New York?
This
New York is what town? New York is what town? New
I'll
York is
never.
Nick Town. It's Nick
Whatever.
Town. All
Whatever.
day, every day. You ain't
Whatever.
ever. When have you ever heard of a superstar saying that they want to come play in Brooklyn? Never.
And when have you
Never.
heard a superstar saying, "Oh, I want to come at MSG"?
No, we've had players
They
that came
want
to
to come to MSG
MSG.
and drop like 80 on us.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, they want to come to MSG. Yeah,
They don't want to play 4. They want to come to play in. Big
Exactly.
and you
difference.
know what? You know
Yeah,
what, guys?
they
Right
want to
now,
have career nights. Exactly.
today, Friday, November 11th,
Right.
is really not a good day to be bringing up the Knicks and the Nets because it was only 2 days ago they smoked us by like 102 points.
Oh,
Hello.
yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but that's one game, and
Oh, here we
you
go.
can be all happy. You can be all happy and excited. You got Jack Vaughn. Let's just understand something. Look at what just happened. You didn't want Kenny Atkinson because he's not accomplished and he
I
can't
wanted
really.
him.
I'm talking about the players.
Oh, okay.
Your opinion doesn't matter. It's the players. You didn't want him because he's not a type of coach that's going to coach all stars. You got Steve Nash. Didn't want him after a while because he's not the type of coach that's going to coach all stars. Who's Jack Vaughn? Please tell me who's Jack Vaughn? Who's that guy? He's been an assistant coach on the Nets for about 13 years. Who's that guy? So you mean to tell me he's going to be the one that they start listening to? He's going to be the one that is going
They
to
have been.
move
They have been.
the
They
needle?
have. They
But
have been.
that's because there are no superstars on a team outside of Kevin Durant. A superstar. See, he can't
Yeah.
coach superstars. A superstar, yes. But
So
having 3 different egos to handle, nah, he can't do that.
when I was reading some stuff where they were saying for somebody, I think it was Blake Griffin, because he's the only one that really don't have anything to lose, talking about the players weren't running the plays like Steve Nash would call a play. And
But Kyrie said that at the press conference. Sometimes Kevin's going to be the coach. Sometimes I'm going to be the coach. Bro, you can't say that.
I'm talking about on the court, like during games, he would be
Kyrie
calling on the
said
play.
it on the press conference what he was going to do to
Like,
Steve Nash.
So in other words, you mean to tell me Jack Vaughn is going to command their respect? Really?
Yes.
Come on.
Yeah.
Really?
He already is. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
Oh,
Who they play?
Well, we don't know about Kyrie yet because Kyrie hasn't played for Jacque Vaughn yet.
And he might
who
not.
did they play? Who did they play?
And he
Who
might
have they
not.
played? So they won the last 2 games. Who have they played?
Doesn't matter. Who you playing? Who they play? Doesn't matter. Don't worry about that. A win is a win.
Listen, the Pacers and the Knicks, and then they got smoked by Luka.
Exactly.
Whatever.
Exactly.
Whatever. Let me bring my man in. Yo, Reg, what's up, man? Your mic is live. How you doing, man?
Oh no!
I'm late to the party again.
Oh no!
What's up, Jay? What's good?
They brought me on this place, Reg. I'm being hating myself, bro. But now that you're here, I'm going a little crazy now. I feel a little comfortable.
You felt a little uncomfortable. Nah, bro. Let them have it like they do. Let them have it like you give it to them on the job, brother. They can take it.
Here we go.
They can take it.
Oh.
Oh, man.
So you hear this nonsense, man? The bishop in his hateful ways as usual. You know, against
what is he hating on? What is there to hate on?
He's hating on everything, man. He's hating on Jacque. He's hating on Kyrie. You know, the same shit every damn week.
Wait a minute. You celebrating Jack Vaughn? Really?
No,
Really?
he celebrates stability. They actually have a stable coach.
Exactly. That's
Wait a
what I'm
minute.
celebrating.
Wait a minute. So let me get this straight. Let me get this straight.
Get it straight.
He's an
Let me get this
upgrade
straight.
from Steve Nash.
ba-
That's all we can say.
You basically got a disgruntled superstar in the fact that he's averaging 27 points a game. By all rights, he should have gotten a contract extension. By all rights.
No,
Tyler,
I
Tyler
disagree.
Hero,
I disagree. I
Tyler
disagree.
Hero, Jordan Poole,
Played
uh,
games. Played games.
these guys, RJ Barrett, these guys got their money. You
Played
mean to
games.
tell me
Played games.
Okay. With that, with you saying what you just said, we are at the end of the day, unfortunately, talking about Kyrie Irving.
Yeah.
Kyrie is his own worst enemy. That is why they didn't give this man the money that I can't say he deserved, but
That's
no,
disrespectful.
we're not. We're not going to give. We're not going to give that head. You're not going to give that headache that kind of money to do what? To be a headache some more? Stop it. You know good and well you wouldn't have signed him. I know I wouldn't have.
So hold on. So how many 27 PPGs a game players you got in the league right now?
I wouldn't care less.
You can't go by that
Shoot
number.
I wouldn't
bro.
go. I could care less about 27 points per game.
Yo, Reg, how many players that average 35 games in an 85 game season, 82 game season, you gonna give that money to?
Exactly.
He's not averaging 35 games, but he didn't play a lot of games. I got it.
What
He
you
got
mean?
hurt. He got hurt a few times in that
A few?
last
Okay.
season.
When was he not hurt?
That last season.
He's injury prone.
Which one?
He's
The
injury
bubble?
prone.
The bubble or the one before the bubble?
The COVID season.
The COVID
The
season.
bubble.
No, remember Remember he hurt his shoulder and didn't want to play in the playoffs because Kevin Durant ain't here.
Well, because he knew they weren't going.
That was the bubble.
It doesn't matter though. You still play.
Against who? Milwaukee?
It doesn't matter. You still play.
Whoever.
You still play. If you want to earn your money, just play. Well, Kevin Durant's not here. We don't have a chance to winning, so I don't want to play. That earns you $30 million.
That's the beauty. That's the beauty of the NBA. That's the beauty of the NBA. It's all guaranteed.
Hold on for a second. So I just something just came to my head. So isn't this the same Kyrie Irving that wanted to be the man on Cleveland without LeBron and Boston? So if your main superstar isn't there, isn't it time for you to be the man and get on the court and play?
Thank you.
Not to mention,
and
guys.
if you would,
Okay,
listen,
first off, he was the man. He was the man in Cleveland, and we saw how that worked out when LeBron left. He was the man in Cleveland. He was the man in Cleveland, and we saw how that worked out.
Right. Not
well. No.
Take all that away.
Exactly.
When he decided to go to Boston, they did better in the playoffs without him than they did with him. Because the year he wasn't there, they got to the conference finals. The year he was there, Game 7, he shot like 1 for 100. But he was hurt leading up to all of this, and sitting out most of all of this. That's his problem. Nobody's taking away his talent. I don't think.
And Dominic, if you score 50 points in 3 games, right? You score 50 points in 3 games, and that's all the games you play. Your average is going to be higher than if you score 50 points in 5 games, right?
Right.
So the 27 points you can't talk about.
I try to explain that to Knicks fans with this.
Oh, we're talking career average.
What's his career average? His career average is 23 points a game.
So a career average of 23 points a game is worth that money? Tell me yes.
Absolutely. And for the position that he plays at?
So RJ's going to get a super max then, right?
No,
he has to score another 3 more points, right?
No, RJ, for the position that he plays.
But that's what Kyrie wanted. Kyrie wanted the max, bro.
I wouldn't have gave him the max, but I would have gave him an extension. He earned that.
But the extension is the max. If it wasn't the max, he's not taking it.
They didn't have to give him the max. Then he could have found somebody else.
He wanted the max. That's what it comes down to.
Yeah, I wouldn't have paid him the max.
That's what I'm saying.
They gave him an option to find a way out before we got to this option.
And I'll put it to you like this. Remember, the contract was on the table before they signed Kevin Durant's contract.
And they pulled it.
And they pulled it after he pulled the bullshit. So it was already there. You just fucked up.
Well, no.
All you had to do was play. All you had to do was play, and it was going to be your contract.
No, what happened, this was the year, that was the season that they had the vaccine thing.
Right.
So
All you had to do was
Deshaun
play.
Marks,
That's
Deshaun
it.
Marks, the GM. The GM is, the GM is screwing that team up.
I
No. I can't say that either, because why did Kevin Durant and Kyrie Irving go into Brooklyn? We love their culture. We love the team they built. We love the coach. We want to come to Brooklyn. Who did that? That was Sean Marks.
No, that was Kenny Atkinson.
No, Sean Marks hired Kenny Atkinson, bro. Sean Marks was the one that drafted Dinwiddie. He drafted Karis LeVert. He drafted Jared Allen. That was Sean Marks. That wasn't Kenny Atkinson.
So you had a bunch of guys who had something to prove, who had a chip on their shoulder, and who was running through brick walls for a young coach. All of those guys had something to prove. All of those guys were trying to prove that they belonged in the NBA. And what he did was he got them to buy into a us versus them scenario. So when that team played, a lot of nights they won games that they weren't supposed to win because they were just playing harder than the other team. They were just playing hard. They weren't better. They just played harder than the other team. Now, you can't have that same type of coach when you got two accomplished guys. Like, you're going to tell Kevin Durant, who got 2 rings and 2 MVPs, finals MVPs, to, like, play harder? Or you're going to tell Kyrie, it's like, who are you? Who are you? It's like, you're nobody to me.
I'm the damn coach. I'm the coach.
I make 10 times more than you. I make 10 times more than you.
I don't care. I'm still head coach.
And I'm
still head coach. I don't care.
There's nothing that you can tell me about this game.
Have a seat. Have a seat.
That's never
have a
gonna
seat.
happen.
Yes, it
Why
will.
you think LeBron James left? Why you think LeBron James left Miami? Because Pat Riley said, "Oh no, you could go. I'm keeping Spoelstra."
No, he left because he wanted to go back to Cleveland. He wanted to go back to Cleveland.
Bro, really? No. Had they fired Eric Spoelstra, he was staying in Miami.
Not even close. Not even close.
If they fired Eric Spoelstra, he was staying in Miami. Stop it.
Nah, he went back to Miami.
Nobody wants to go back to Cleveland. Nobody wants to go back to Cleveland. Stop.
No,
the rationale that he gave when he left Cleveland, the team's value went down exponentially.
It did.
The businesses around Cleveland, a lot of people lost jobs. The whole economy in Cleveland changed.
I agree.
When the Cleveland Cavaliers were no longer the Cleveland Cavaliers.
But I did. Yo, you ever been to Cleveland?
Huh?
You ever been to Cleveland?
Yeah, it's nothing there.
Yeah, it's trash, bro. You ever been to Akron?
It's nothing there. No,
Akron's worse than Cleveland, bro. So yeah. So I understand where you're coming from.
So when he decided that he was going to go back, and it's like it worked out because he went.
But why
back,
you left in the first place, though? Why you left in the first place?
Because the owner, if you get into the Eastern Conference Finals every year, and you're playing, you come in within games of champ. Only thing you need is somebody who's going to invest and bring some people in there and pay some guys. And
no one wants to play in Cleveland, bro. No one wants to play in Cleveland.
He didn't want to pay to have.
Cleveland got a nice little squad now, though.
Yeah. Why? Why? Because there ain't no superstars on this square. A bunch of young kids, Red. You know that. Come on, bro. I guarantee you the chance, the opportunity for Darius Garland to leave for more money and in the bigger city. You think he's gonna stay in Cleveland?
Nope.
No, he out.
Without that, I don't know. LeBron might want to try to come back again.
Nah, they're not going back.
Bro, he ain't going back there.
Stop it.
Hey, if he could get a ring, he might go there. Because he damn sure ain't get one in LA. But anyway.
Nah.
I see some trouble brewing in that team too, because all the shots are going to the guards, and you got an up and coming forward. Yeah.
But that's how that team is constructed.
No. Mobley was more involved in the offense last season.
Who?
Mobley, the forward.
Yeah. Evan Mobley.
He was more involved last year.
But you need the guards to open up the middle. That's what that's all about. Like we had the conversation with Anthony Davis. If you need Evan Mobley to be inside the paint and do his thing inside, you need outside perimeter shooting.
No, he can shoot from 20 feet. He can put the ball on the floor. He's like a more improved Chris Bosh. Now you got him standing around. Now you got him standing around. You got him standing around watching.
Chris Bosh was a beast in Toronto. What are you talking about?
And this guy is too, Jose.
Right.
Oh, I know he is. Don't get it twisted. I know Evan Mobley is.
Yeah,
I watch him.
Now you got him standing around watching the guard shoot, and then when he can't even get no burn, he can't even get no scratch when LeVert is in the game, because when LeVert come in the game, he's shooting the rock. So all the shots are going to the guards. Now they hitting, so
But
everybody's
that's the
happy.
NBA. We had this conversation. NBA is all about perimeter shooting and threes, and
Yeah,
who
but when you want,
controls the ball more than anything is the
when you,
guards.
but what the point that I was trying to make is, everybody's all happy and saying they got a great team. They got a great team. You got a potential superstar on your hands, and you stifling him. He's not even involved in the offense. His offensive opportunities are getting rebounds off of their shots.
Yes.
That's it. That's it.
Because, like I said, the prototypical NBA star is not Evan Mobley's type. He needs to be able to handle the ball.
He can.
He needs to be able to handle the ball, initiate offense, and bring the ball up the court.
He can.
But
you know what, though, Bishop? I'm pulling up. You know, I'm the stat guy tonight. He's averaging 15, 6 rebounds, 2 assists, 56% from the field, and he's still getting 15 to 16 shots a night.
Yeah.
Yeah, but off of putbacks, he's not getting the ball in the perimeter.
Well, I don't know. I can't say that. I don't watch every Cleveland
so
game.
I watched some of the games, and last season.
Who's the better ball handler? The guards or him?
But I'm saying last season in the half court set, anybody in the half court
No,
set.
but they don't run half court sets. Cleveland is an up and down team. They don't run half court sets.
No, they do. They do. They just shoot a lot of threes.
That's up and down. Yeah.
I'm saying in the half court set, they just wind up, because what's the name? The two guards can create off the dribble. So in the half court set, they run a half court set, but they're able to create shots off the dribble, and they jack up threes. So and then when Kevin Love comes in the game, it's like, okay, well, we can't have everybody out here shooting threes. So they don't expect Kevin Love to rebound like that. So then Kevin Love goes out there and shoots threes. But when Mobley is in the game and the other big man is in the game, they just got to go down there and get putbacks. They don't get an opportunity to get the ball. And from what I saw last season, he's much more than just a go get rebounds and get putbacks. He's much more than that.
I'll tell you what, though, they're lighting up the offensive category. The third in points, second in field goal percentage, fifth in free throw percentage.
That's why they got the guards.
Percentage.
That's what the guards is for, because they didn't have them tempo pushers. They didn't have the read and react defense. Right. Because you got one guard, Darius Garland, and that's it.
I don't know who's more fun to watch, them or if y'all got League Pass. I kind of got this thing about Orlando. They're probably the most exciting 3-win team to watch in the NBA.
Oh, Pablo, you like watching Pablo play?
Yeah, and he hasn't played the last 2 games, but I like watching that Bol play.
Oh,
everybody
Bol?
thought he was a novelty act.
Nah, he got skills.
This guy is smooth as hell.
He just weighs 50 pounds.
He's better than Mitchell Robinson.
He just weighs 50 pounds.
Yes, he's more offensively gifted. Yes, I agree with that.
He's better than Mitchell Robinson.
Yeah, so my take on Pablo is he's Shane Battier 2.0. That's it.
Oh man!
Nah, I give you one better. He more.
That's it.
Wow.
That's it.
Damn.
And I can't say that. I can't say that because Shane was not pulling the moves that he's pulling. Shane was not a mid-range shooter. He wasn't a pull-up off the dribble shooter. And Pablo don't play Shane Battier's defense.
2.0. That's what I said. 2.0.
You know,
not even 2.0. It's like negative 9, bro. It can't be.
You know,
he doesn't play Shane Battier's defense.
But you know who the man on that team is, right?
Cole Anthony?
No. That Wagner guy, Franz Wagner.
Oh, well, that's what they're trying to make.
Yeah, from
Michigan.
Michigan.
Okay.
That's what they're trying to make.
His name is spelled Wagner, but they say it.
Yeah, Wagner. He's from Germany. Yeah, he's from Germany.
That's what they're trying to make. They're trying to make it his team.
Ooh.
Not so.
Yo, I'll tell you, you know what the thing is? And this is what Knicks fans had a hard time with. This kid is a shooter. Shooters can shoot. There's no debating it. That's why the Knicks couldn't get Donovan Mitchell. Everybody thought it was some kind of conspiracy theory. But I'll ask you, if you had a chance to get an Obi Toppin or a Marketing, who you going to take?
I'm going to take a Marketing.
Thank you, because shooters can shoot.
Yeah.
In the NBA, shooters are at a prime.
Right.
And you look at this Wagner kid. I don't know if y'all watch the Magic.
I know.
Man. If you watch this kid.
Put like this, he used to play on the Lakers.
Oh wow.
Who?
Wagner.
No.
Yes. Wagner used to play on the Lakers.
No.
Yes. Yes. Maurice Wagner from Michigan. Reg, let him know.
Franz. This ain't the same guy, man.
Oh, no, that's his brother. Yes. Okay, you're right. That's his brother.
This guy's this is only his second year in the league.
Yeah, that's his brother. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh.
Okay.
I know you're talking about. Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's
shooters can shoot.
Yeah, let's not get too happy, guys. It's the Orlando Magic.
He just he said the most exciting. He said exciting team to watch.
To watch.
Yeah,
Yeah, I'm not saying they're
not
going
win,
anywhere.
not to
They're
go
just
anywhere,
a very
just
fun
to watch.
team to watch.
Mm-hmm.
What if I told you?
Yo, Dominic, like the 1990. Listen, Dominic, like the 1990 Golden State Warriors run TMC.
Yeah. What if I told you that
it was exciting to watch, but they wasn't winning nothing.
Right.
No, they
just
wasn't.
like Utah. What if I told you that Utah, everybody thought was tanking, had a yard sale, and there were only 1 or 2 teams with 10 wins?
Yeah.
There's only 2 teams in the NBA with 10 wins right now, and they're one of them.
Let's see where they end up.
I was about
it
to say the
don't matter,
same thing.
Bishop. What I'm saying,
no,
I'm not talking championship. I'm talking about a fun team to watch. If you have League Pass, I have League Pass.
Right.
And I got a great deal this year for only $99. Wow.
Okay.
But because I have League Pass, I don't get just stuck on the Knicks.
Yeah.
I like to go around the league. And,
Okay.
And Orlando, I happen to go to quite a few of their games because my son lives in Florida.
Right.
This year, they're really fun to watch. They are like, and they only got, I don't know if they won the night, but I only think they only got like 3-4 wins. It's what I'm saying. I'm not saying
they're also a team that doesn't get blown out. They also don't get blown out.
If you don't have nothing to watch at 7 o'clock and you got League Pass and Orlando's playing,
well,
turn the game on. And have some fun. Just seeing Ball do what he does with that ball.
Yeah. I'm a tune in and watch. I don't have League Pass like you.
Oh, they are.
However, I'm not. I shouldn't say that. I'm gonna let my secret out.
Exactly.
I pay $7 a month. That's it. That's all.
Bo is 10 feet tall. This dude's like 10 feet tall, throwing no look passes.
What?
That's gonna be Wayemba too. Wayemba's gonna do that when he comes in.
Yeah, but he's playing for the Orlando Magic.
I don't care.
He's playing for the Orlando
Magic. You got guys
Magic.
that are playing for the New York Knicks that ain't doing that.
Yeah, but he's playing for the Orlando Magic. So
no, you know what that means? That means listen. No, yo, Bishop. That means he's gonna be good, and then he's gonna sign in one of the LA teams. He's gonna leave Orlando and go somewhere else and become a superstar, like all the other players that are good.
So if you score 20 points on a team that is like a doormat team, you think teams are gonna be like, "Yo, we got to get that guy"? It's like
they did with Dwight Howard. They did with Dwight Howard.
Bishop. At the rate he's going, he might be. He's 7-2, shooting 43%. Wait, let me see. Hold on. I forgot what he's shooting from 3. He's shooting over 4. Yeah, he's shooting 44% from 3.
So you got him. Let's say he averages 20 points a night. You got Pablo, who is going to be a career 20-point scorer a night. He may score 30 points one night, but overall, he's going to be a 20-point a game scorer. That's it. He's not going to lead a franchise. Then you got Cole Anthony.
Not that franchise. No.
You got Cole Anthony, who comes in. He's solid. He's pretty solid. They moved away from Mo Bamba, so you don't have him anymore. They moved away from him, which is like, okay, well, teams need an athletic big man. Why isn't somebody looking at him? The team is still not going anywhere. They can play. They could be close. They could be close in every single game they play, and I guarantee you they'll probably only win like 20 games.
Yeah, probably.
But now is that might not just be the talent problem. That might be the coaching and the situation they're in. So you're telling me if you move, let's say, take Bobo, you put him in a Greg Popovich situation, he wouldn't be a better player than he would be in Orlando?
He's not going to have the freedom to do the things that he's doing in Orlando. In San Antonio, he's not going to have the freedom. They're going to be asking him to do other stuff. So in Orlando,
so pretty much just because he played for Orlando, all his skills are just done.
No, you could play for a team that allows you to showcase your skill sets, and then you get to another team, and they don't care about it.
And that's kind of what Dominic is saying. He's good to watch. He's not going to be good on Orlando, and yes, he is on Orlando, so you don't expect them to make the playoffs. You don't expect them to go anywhere. But he still could be a good player, a.k.a. Dwight Howard.
Right.
He's
I'll tell you what, though,
entertaining.
guys.
He said he was entertaining. He said he was entertaining. He
Yeah,
didn't say he was
he's
good.
very. I
He's
started this
entertaining.
conversation with
Okay.
they're fun to watch. He's fun. You know what?
I
He's
heard you, Dominic.
7'2".
I got you.
He's 7'2", shooting 84% from the foul line.
And like you said, and he only weighs like 70 pounds. That's not entertaining, bro.
210.
That's what they say.
With
That's what
Timbs
they
or
say.
sneakers?
But just watch the game. Watch the game and watch him
Right.
bring the ball up court.
I'm gonna watch it. I'm watch out for him.
Oh.
I'm watching for him, Dom.
So I got you. So when they play teams that, okay, you 7'2", when they play the teams where it's like, okay, well, if you want to showcase who you are and let other teams know, just because I'm on Orlando, this is what it is. This is what the story is. Open up this book, front and back. This is who I am. Does he do that? No. It's just all showcase because that's what Orlando is. Hey, everybody come in. We want to sell some tickets. We get some more people in the seats. We got Pablo here, who's by the time he's ready to move from Orlando to go to another team, he's gonna be so broken down mentally with all the losing because he's got 3 more seasons of losing
What the fuck?
And losing bad.
No, you ain't paying attention to the new NBA. No, he just say he wants to get traded.
Yeah, it's the new NBA business. They don't care about that.
He's a rookie. He's got to be there. He's got to be there for.
No, you don't have to sign. No, you don't have to sign your extension. You don't have to sign your extension. You can leave.
So he's got at least 3 seasons. He's got at least 3 seasons.
No, you can be uncomfortable. Listen, I'm gonna leave when my contract comes up, so you might as well trade me now and get some assets before I walk out the door. Yeah, so he might not have 3 seasons. He might have 2, and then tell him I'm not staying. Well, so trade me now.
And as we speak, before this started, I was watching their game.
Okay.
And they blew Phoenix out by 17.
What?
Bobo, 13 and 15. 13 points, 15 rebounds.
How much Pablo had?
He's out.
Yeah, Pablo's not playing.
Oh, he didn't play tonight.
He's out.
So who scored? Who scored for them?
Wendell Carter, Wagner.
You gotta remember, they don't have a superstar. They're a team, so you don't know who's going to be the big man right now to score.
That was like the Atlanta Hawks years ago.
Like yo, Angus, no disrespect. Like I always say, Brooklyn has 3 good players, but they don't have a team.
Right.
Just because you got 3 good players, a team, aka the Pistons, that won in 2003 was a team. There was no superstar. That was a team. Okay. A good team can beat a great player.
Yeah, you got that right. I won't lie. Yeah,
they're just fun to watch, guys. In the last 2 games, they beat 2 teams by 13 points. You know who those 2 teams were?
They beat Golden State.
I just told you, Phoenix.
Phoenix is one, right?
They beat Golden State.
Wednesday, they blew Dallas out by 13 and held them to 87 points.
Yeah, well, Dallas is.
I'm not impressed.
I'm
not impressed at Dallas.
Dallas is a one-trick pony, but that pony is good though. I ain't gonna lie. That pony is good though.
Dallas is so the preseason ordained league MVP. The Mavericks have been getting beat up by like lowly teams. Like this is not the first time they got beat by a lowly team. I think the Pistons beat them. I think it's like so he's before any ball was even bounced, before any game was even played, they already saying Luka's the favorite to win the MVP. Right. So they started that narrative.
Did you see his first 12 games?
Doesn't matter. They losing.
But you want to give Kyrie his money.
Doesn't matter. Luka's getting his money.
Of course, because he's playing.
Luka's getting his money. That's
because he's playing.
Yeah,
that's
so
what I'm saying.
You buying into what the sports pundits are saying.
No,
about
I'm buying into I'm buying into what I see on TV. I don't pay attention to sports pundits.
So
I haven't seen Kyrie in how many months?
You mean to tell me that Kyrie Irving hasn't earned the right to get paid? But
no.
So look at the guys who've gotten contracts.
Picture it this way, just
Tyler Hero.
Look, wait. Just understand this. Luka has played more games in the last 4 years than Kyrie Irving.
Whoops.
I got all of that. That's
probably
fine.
in the last 8 years.
Yeah, but
I'm
again,
just trying to be nice, though.
but I'm saying again, you're trying to tell me that Kyrie Irving, and I'm not even a Kyrie Irving fan. I'm not a Brooklyn Novellas fan. I'm just
No,
saying that you can't say to me that he doesn't deserve. Like he's one of the best players in the league.
When he
He's one of the
played,
best players in the league.
when and if he played.
Bishop. Listen, I am no Kyrie fan. Y'all know that. My thing is the guy. I will give him this. He is a great scorer.
yeah,
He is one of the best scorers in the league, bar none. Really is when he plays. That's my issue with him. Is you're not
That's the
on the
same
court
issue.
exactly. You're not on the court as much as you should be. You know, for whatever injury, personal, whatever the case may be. You understand? But no, you got to be on the court.
He'll be back. Well, the last season, I'll give him this. Last season wasn't on him.
And also, you talked about he'll be back. It's funny because I want to get into that little something.
He's coming
with the
back.
skepticism.
He's coming.
You know what I'm
back.
saying? Because they're throwing out that he's not going to be available for tomorrow night's game, possibly because he didn't complete all the steps, which I think the steps are bullshit, or even Tuesday's game after tomorrow.
No, so I read something where the commissioner is like, yeah, I met with him. He's not anti-Semitic. Like I met with Kyrie. Then you got the owner coming out and saying, hey, my wife and we met with Kyrie and his wife and so forth and so on. And I'm quite clear that he's not anti-Semitic and this and that. So 2 things that they did wrong in that situation. One, they should not have publicized what they were doing, what they were going to do. They should. It's an HR matter. You don't publicize that. Now everybody's having an opinion about it, so forth. Number two, they could have just talked to him and figured out, okay, well, just make this statement right here, and we'll move on from that. But you gave it life by sending out the tweet. You gave it life by saying, oh, he's got to jump through these hurdles, so forth and so on. You gave that life. And
because the only way Kyrie responds is when you put stuff in social media. He's not gonna. You try to speak to him, but he doesn't listen.
That never works out well. It never works out well. It never works out well. And you gotta think the reason why KD came there is because him and Kyrie are boys. And not one time they keep trying to posture and postulate or whatever that the 2 of them are not cool anymore. It's like you got to think if you shitting on him, his man is right there. He watching this.
But then why did his man sign that money deal?
He watching this. I'm saying he signed the deal, but as you said earlier, it don't mean I gotta stay. Don't mean I gotta stay. He tried to force his way out, and I gotta think if they.
But why would he force his way out, bro? You want to join here with Kyrie?
Yeah, but you see, he was like, "Yo, trade me," and then they came up with the ultimatum. The problem to me is the GM. That's what the problem is.
Yeah, you've been saying that for a minute now.
The problem, because if you think about it, last season,
you telling me the moves that GM made were his moves alone?
No. I'm talking about the handling of situations when you have star players. The whole the COVID situation with the vaccine,
right?
That wasn't a league mandate. That was the Novellas.
It was a city mandate.
Mandate. Right. But the league, the only thing they had to do was pay a $2,000 fine each game that he played.
You know what, Bishop? I heard you say this a million times, but now I got to backtrack because this is what happens. Because I'm not going to be hypocritical. I'm actually going to take Kyrie's side on this case because guess what? It started with big government mandating everybody get a shot, right? Big government. And 2 of the people in big government that were mandating this shit were 2 people that said they would never get the vaccine when it first came out. Right? But now they're in charge. So big government is saying, Rodney, you got to do this. Okay, now big government passes this to little government in New York and New York City. Now they're saying, you can't come to work unless you're vaccinated. Let's skip over the part where the Nets could have paid a fine. The Nets should have never had to pay a fine because how the hell in anybody's world legally, and we talked about this 2 years ago, how can somebody legally say, Jose, you can't go to work. You can't earn a living because we say you got to do this.
I can tell you because they did it to me, and I work for the city, bro.
Thank you. And now,
Yeah,
how
but
many people have sued the city?
They got involved. They got involved.
So it never should have got to Mark and what the Nets should have did, because big government stepped in first, and they said you're going to do this, just like they're doing now with this suspension. You're going to do it. I want to ask somebody a question. Where the hell is the NBA union? Are they as weak as the NFL?
Well,
how you going to tell Rodney you got to fork over $500,000? I was waiting for this part. That shit is crazy.
Who is the I forgot who the president is, because I know Kyrie's
McCollum, CJ McCollum.
CJ McCollum is the president, and
Kyrie's the vice president.
No, Kyrie lost it. Yeah.
No, Jaylen Brown.
Where are they at?
Yeah. Jaylen Brown spoke up about this, actually.
Yeah, Jaylen spoke up about it. He didn't like what they said.
But nobody spoke up about how they asking somebody to pay $500,000. Matter of fact, they didn't say shit till a couple of days ago.
They don't want to open that door. They don't want to open that door. They don't want to open that door because then they start coming after their money.
But whether you open the door or not, guys, the door has been opened because they're treating him like a drug fiend. You got to go through 12 steps.
Yep.
Yes, I agree with that.
Now, what did Jay-Z say? 9.5 weeks is better than 12 steps. No, it's not. You can't mandate. This guy didn't break the law, man.
Well, what it is
the union allowing this shit.
It's simply buck breaking. Let's call it for what it is.
Correct.
It's buck breaking. That's all I've been saying and seeing during this whole bullshit. I'm like, yo, why you? And like again, you're putting me in yeah.
What did he do that was anti-Semitic?
Right, nothing.
Did he break the law?
Nothing. No. But
you got people that do criminal activity that don't pay $500,000 fine.
Exactly, but yet you got the guy that owns Amazon, which is where this book and movie is on, owns it,
still
promotes it and sells it, but you don't hear any backlash or talk on this guy.
Because that's a business. That's a business. That's his business. His business is to promote books, movies. We know that. Let's not try to mix apples and oranges. Let's just get back.
Where's the backlash for him?
I'm giving you free advertising for my people to follow it because the people maybe never even thought about Amazon that follow Kyrie Irving. So I'm gonna give you some money. He's doing the same thing Jeff Bezos is doing.
But that's secondary, guys. We can't talk about Amazon because nobody's telling Amazon you got to go through 101 steps, pay $500,000. I don't give a shit about Amazon, to be quite honest.
Okay.
Because guess what? The NBA and all its pundits just gave Amazon free commercials without Amazon paying a penny. You actually promoted it. Come on, guys. How many people, be honest, how many people right now knew about this book or this movie? Tell the truth.
I
know about the movie because that guy is crazy. I've been following him since he got caught up in that Sandy Hook thing.
Well, that's another great. And you know what? Again, Kyrie put himself in bed with this guy.
Right. That's what I'm saying. You got to be careful what beds you lie in because you might wake up with fleas, bro.
Yeah.
All that being said, guys, my only gist is, one, he didn't break the law.
Correct.
Okay? He didn't even say nothing.
No.
Words didn't come out his mouth.
No.
You know what? No. The more I think about this, the more I respect Kanye West. Because Kanye West will say whatever the hell he wants to say. And if you say something, he's going to tell you go to hell. Kiss my ass. I ain't saying shit. I said it. Good night. But meanwhile, they got Kyrie Irving acting like a circus clown. Get out of here, man. Where's the union? That's my only question. Where is the union to say, you know what, Jose? Enough is enough.
Right.
And until that happens, this shit's going to keep happening. It'll be Kyrie this week and Rodney next week.
Yep. Indeed. It's crazy, man.
Sick.
Yeah, I feel you, Don. Well said. It's crazy.
And it started, guys. It started with the government. Kyrie Irving's never in this position. The Nets are never in this position if they didn't say, Jose, you better do this.
Yeah, but they chose to do that. Nets. But Dom, the GM chose to come out and say, we want everybody doing the same thing.
We're not going to have a part-time player.
Because he was monkeying He was
He
monkey
could have
in the
played.
government, Bishop.
He could have played. He could have played in every single game, and nobody would have been the wiser. Or if they said we paying a fine and so forth and so on, and they had a 3 to 5 game winning streak, nobody would give a damn about that. Nobody would
No,
give
it
a
wasn't.
damn about that
But
fine.
see,
Trust me, Bishop. They
he
wasn't
was
going to do the
following.
fine
Hold
thing.
up, Jose.
The
Hold up.
city wasn't going to do the fine thing.
Here's the real caveat to all this. One, was playing monkey to what the government was saying.
Exactly.
But didn't New York State and New York City somewhere down the line said, okay, entertainers and athletes can participate without being vaccinated?
Nope. Only if you were from out of state.
I don't care.
That's the problem. Meaning someone from Cleveland doesn't have to be vaccinated to come and play, but someone in New York has to be vaccinated.
Exactly. So again, the Nets are never in this position. Kyrie Irving's never in this position. Sean Marks is never in this position.
Yeah, but he could have still.
It was the government that put them in this position.
He could have still played
he couldn't. Bishop, trust me. Why not? Because you had people at NYPD, FDNY, EMT, DSNY that were doing the same thing that Kyrie was doing. And why are you letting this guy play and we can't?
No, because
and they lost their jobs.
That's just the station. That's just the station in life. Only thing they had to do was pay a $3,000 fine.
No, they didn't.
No, because if you do that, then the same thing will happen with everyone in the union. The union pays a $2,000 fine and let all these workers come back to work. The city wasn't going to do that.
The NBA and the city is two different things. Like
no, it's not. No, it's not. The NBA said the NBA has to follow any city's mandate, any city's rule. Period.
Check it out.
I know.
In that rule, there was a fine. There was a mandated fine.
No.
If you decided
I understand that. I'm telling you. I'm telling you because my union was looking at that to try to get out of us getting the shot, and I worked for the city. So the city saw what was going on and said, "No, we're not going to allow you to pay the fine because if we do it for him, we have to do it for everyone else that we are firing."
Nah. What I read was there's a stipulation in there that if the fine was $3,000 a game, and then it would go up incrementally, and then it would top out at $5,000 a game. So as long as they paid that every time he played, then he was fine. And again, that's a drop in the bucket. That's a drop in the bucket for the NBA and for.
But it's a precedent for everyone else to follow that.
That's what the bottom line is, Bishop. Nobody should have had to be in that
position. Absolutely. But they found themselves in that position. But what I'm saying is, as the GM,
what they should have done, honestly, Bishop, what they should have did was let him be a part-time player and play on the road and not play at home.
Right.
He could have, but they decided.
But they didn't do that.
Sean Marks decided that if he wasn't going to take the vaccine, I don't want him around the team. And again, he didn't have to do that. So that started the tomfoolery.
See, that's the thing. It wasn't Sean Marks that pushed that. That was just Joseph's side because he has money in the vaccine.
Let me stop you guys there for a second. This Facebook user, I don't know your name, sorry. You guys are doing exactly what they want from you. The Nets' reaction to Kyrie is a fashionable backlash from Kanye West. It's not that deep. At the end of the day, they are literally mocking our continued refusal to financially mobilize and just settle for words. Y'all missed the Jedi mind trick. What are you guys' thoughts, reaction to that?
That's
obviously wasn't listening to what we're saying because we already did that.
Right, but what we're saying is actual. I don't think anybody on here has said anything that wasn't factual. The facts are, I can say for myself, the facts are the government said you will do. New York City said you will do. They took you out of your job. They said you cannot make a living, Kyrie Irving, because we said, and not just Kyrie Irving, there was other people, and Jose's vouching for this. Firemen.
Right.
What about how many soldiers got put out the U.S. Army because they didn't want to take the vaccine? What are they going to do? They're going to let them back in now? Huh?
Right.
This is what I mean. This is bigger than Kyrie Irving. He happens to be a clog in his wheel because we're talking about him right now. But this is bigger than him. This is people that lost their job. These are people that lost their job, that went to work, put their life on the line when there wasn't no vaccine. You didn't say shit then, did you? You didn't say, "Oh, Jose, you could stay home because we're scared." No, they said bring your ass to work because we need you, right?
Exactly.
Okay, thank you. So whatever that Facebook user's saying, Jedi mind tricks, that's his opinion. We can't knock his opinion.
No, we cannot.
But what we're saying is factual.
We can just dismantle it.
Yeah. Only thing I saw is the GM putting himself on a soapbox to get himself talked about in the magosphere, so that they would say, yeah, he's really keeping those guys in line. He's really making sure that they, all stay in check. And this terminology that they use, that the inmates are not running the asylum. And I always ask this question when they say the inmates are not running the asylum, which inmates are you talking about? Are you talking about the inmates that make the decisions? Or the inmates that follow the decision? You know what I'm saying?
In this case, Bishop, it never. This is the part I think you're missing. It never gets this far. It never gets this far without all these mandates.
Right.
Sean Marks could have sat on a mountain by himself, but somebody set a mandate, so he played puppet to the puppeteer.
Exactly.
We gotta do.
Exactly.
95%. Oh, you know what? You know what's funny, R? Remember when COVID first came out? And my little naive ass thought nobody was moving in New York.
Right.
Mark said, man, they're letting people on the bus for free. I'm like, y'all are still getting on the bus. And y'all said, yeah, you was getting driven to work.
Yes, I was.
My memory serves me correct.
Your memory is correct. I was getting.
Then y'all told me the subways were still packed. I was like, man, y'all are lying.
Nah, son. Nah, bro. Not that I was on it, but I seen.
Y'all told me. Then I started watching it. I was like,
trying to tell you.
These fucking guys are crazy. You got people hiding out in corners, don't want to come outside and breathe fresh air, and you're on a packed subway.
Yeah.
With no mask. With no mask.
No mask. Exactly. Real talk right there. You know what I mean? Hell yeah.
But then 5 minutes after that, while everybody's on the subway breathing in COVID, passing it to everybody in their apartment building, somebody said, you got to get a vaccine before you can come to work. Meanwhile, a zillion people done died of COVID in New York.
Exactly.
Right.
Let alone them poor people that Governor Cuomo moved and they died, the seniors. So again, this is big government that said do something that they weren't doing.
Well,
you fucked up.
The problem.
We done mobilized the Army. We done mobilized the Army, the Navy, all that shit to New York City.
No, the problem started. The problem started at the top when they lied to people and told them that it wasn't real, that it was some kind of hoax, that it was some kind of Democratic hoax, and that they were just using this to do a scare tactic. And then I heard the audio.
That didn't even work.
Then I heard the audio of him saying, "Yo, this shit is bad. Like, it's airborne, and it's real bad." And then you try to play politics with it. You try to play politics with it, and before it all was said and done, before that clown got out of office, it was like 600 between 650, 680,000 people that we know of, that caught that and is no longer here. So it's like
more people have died after that.
Exactly.
We lost more people under Biden than we did Trump.
Well, again, it's like the fact that we
inside. But the only point I'm getting at, Bishop, all those scare tactics and those 50 million stories you're saying, Rodney told me the train was still packed in New York City.
Yep.
So it didn't scare nobody in New York.
No.
Social distancing.
And y'all lost the most people.
Yep.
Social distance, but I'm saying the social distancing is relatively impossible if you live in an apartment building.
Exactly.
If you live in it's impossible.
But let's skim over that, Bishop. Stop stealing my thunder. I understand the apartment. I grew up in the project. But you got people packed on the subway before they get to their apartment.
Exactly.
Yeah, but you had nurses going to work.
Get out of here.
I'm saying you had nurses going to work, putting their lives on the line, and then you were heroes. They got the fire department. They got people bringing you food. They got parades outside. They got all kind of stuff. And then as soon as you don't take the vaccine, you go from being a hero.
Exactly.
You go from being a hero to the villain, and you're losing your job. You're losing your job.
Who did that? Who did that?
Yeah.
This is what I'm getting at. Who did that?
Yeah, that was
the same government that told Kyrie Irving, "You cannot come and play."
What was it? What was the mayor's name at that time?
De Blasio.
Blasio.
De Blasio.
The dummy.
I was
stupid.
right? I was part of that. I was part of that. They were like hailing me as a what's that shit? Oh, essential worker.
Oh yeah, that's when they banged at 10 o'clock for us. I remember that.
Yeah, they was hailing us as that.
Rodney.
Essential workers.
So we got
Rodney,
this,
you remember the conversations we had?
Go to work.
Huh?
Remember the conversations we had?
Yeah.
Should I take the vaccine? They're making the vaccine mandatory. I might lose my job. I was like, I took the vaccine.
Right.
I didn't have my head didn't blow up. I didn't turn into Barry Bonds. I didn't turn into somebody from Area 51. Take the damn vaccine.
I remember that. Yeah. And I did and kept my job.
This shit seems like yesterday we had these conversations.
For sure.
But I'll never forget y'all telling me, the subway is still packed. I can remember screaming at y'all on the phone, like, get the fuck out of here. Y'all was like, Dom, you think New York is not going to get on the subway?
You know what though, Dom? Here's the thing. The unfortunate thing is not every job it was like my job. You know, my job is like corporate law, you know, and they provided us with our own Uber account to take us to work and then back home because they didn't want us. They didn't want us getting on the train. No. They
didn't. Nope.
Oh, really?
Nope.
Okay.
You want to know what they didn't want you? They didn't want you bringing your ass there infecting the people at the job. That's what they had you. That's what they had you. They're like, don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. They ain't care about you that much. They ain't care about you that much.
I should post that photo R sent me in the back seat of the car.
Yeah.
It wasn't because they like you. They were like, yo, we don't want to bring this dude in here and have him getting us sick. So we're gonna do what we need to do.
There's a part of that. Okay, that's
it's
true.
like it's like it wasn't because the last thing they want to do is bring that home to their family. You know what I'm saying? And people were on the subway, but they didn't tell you how many people they found dead on the subway, just like bodies on the subway because people had COVID and then just passed away.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? They didn't tell you that they were letting the people out of the mental hospitals. Because the mental hospitals were overcrowded, and these people out there in the streets, which is what you got now.
You see it out there, bro?
What you got now is you got a bunch of people, who were institutionalized. Now you got them amongst semi-normal people, because at this point, everybody is emotionally, mentally traumatized from going through 2.5 years. So if you didn't have any mental issues, for sure you got some now.
You got them now.
For sure, you got some now, and the ones who had them before that, it's magnified now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? It's like, again, the crazy part is all of this started because somebody lied about what this thing was. Somebody lied about what this thing was, because when you go back and you look at it, and I'm gonna get off the topic. When you go back and you look at it, back in the second quarter of 2019. That is when they started noticing in the nursing homes that people were dying at an exponentially high rate. So you would have in one nursing home maybe like 20 or 30 people in a week passing away. And that's unprecedented. You say these are older folks, they're on their way out or whatever, but that's unprecedented for that many people in that short span of time. And then you had that going on, and that started in the second quarter. They didn't come out and tell people that this shit was here until the first quarter of 2020. That's when they put a name to it. The first quarter of 2020. So it had a whole 6 months to permeate and get throughout everybody. And then by the time they let people know, then they started providing misinformation to say, oh, it's not really that bad.
Yeah,
it's not really that bad. It's only like a flu. It's only like a cold. It's only like this. It's only like that. So then you still had like people out there lying and denying that something even existed. So it's crazy. It was crazy.
No doubt. Well, guys, I'm gonna. Even I had some other. Oh, Jose's back. Even I had some stuff to.
What other stuff you had, man?
Well, I did have some other stuff, but we got so deep into the whole COVID talk and the Kyrie talk and the KD talk.
But it's good because now we don't got to talk about football.
I know you love that. I know you love that. However,
what was the did the Jets play the other night? Who they play the other day?
Last week they played Sunday.
They played. Okay, you trying to be funny?
They played Sunday. Who they played?
He's
The
trying to
only
be
New
funny
York team in the NFL.
Thank you, Buffalo. He's trying to be funny right now.
Ours new bandwagon team.
That's not my. He trying to be funny style.
So what happened? Oh, they played the Bills.
Yeah,
you know they played the Bills. He trying to be funny style right now.
Oh, wait a minute, Bishop, you a Jet fan?
Yeah.
Nah, of course not. I'm a Giants fan.
He's a
Giants you like
fan.
winning? That's what's up. Me too.
Oh my God. Oh boy, do I really need to go here?
Yo, Angus, yo, what happened in 1969?
That was the last time the Jets
the Mets and Jets won the World Series and the championship.
This is true. This is
wow.
This is true. I'm just saying. Yeah, and let me tell you something. As Jet fans, well, I know guys aren't Jet fans, but I'm just saying Jet fans need to really just like kill Joe Namath and whatnot, because that's the reason why you ain't winning. And honestly, they are like, I'm not gonna get too deep, but their prospects are a little bit better than the Giants. I'll say that.
Yeah.
They
are.
I give you that.
Because honestly,
you got your quarterback, you got your coach, you got your defense. You just don't have any weapons.
No, I mean that's not totally true, there, sir. That's not.
You gotta
totally
get weapons.
True.
You gotta get
we
weapons.
Gotta get a few more, but we have
Giants.
No, the Jets.
Oh, the Jets. Yeah, they need some receivers.
Weapons. Yes.
They need some receivers.
Maybe
or
one
receivers that want to play there.
Okay.
Well,
but I'm saying, let's keep it a buck now. The reason the Giants are 6-2 is their schedule. They have a very nice schedule.
Of course.
Yeah.
Very but the Jets, I think their prospects for the future are better because they face tougher opponents this year.
Yes.
And they've won.
Which
So
makes them better.
Yeah, makes them better. So I think their prospects for the future are looking quite well. More so than the Giants. Because next year, after you guys go 14-3 or 13-4, when you get hit with that hard schedule.
Yeah.
The
Giants?
Yeah, the Giants.
No, what is their record right now?
6-2, son.
They'll be 6-6 in no time.
Nah. No. I'll give you the Philly loss.
Yeah.
And I'll give you the Dallas loss. But everything else on that schedule is not looking really scary.
It really
There's no offensive juggernauts. They're done with the big boys. They're not dealing with Green Bay again. They're not dealing with Kansas City. They're not facing Tampa Bay.
Right.
You know what I mean? So yeah,
they got a soft schedule. They're gonna wind up
we are talking about the Giants. We're talking about Daniel Jones. We're talking about a team that if the game is over 20 points, it's an L. It's an L.
And it's probably an overtime game too.
Yeah, it's an L, and it's gonna be like an ugly L. It's gonna be like, okay, well, we had the ball, he threw an interception, and they run it back for a touchdown. Game over. Game over.
Exactly. No, I feel you, Bishop. I'm just saying, I still believe that this team is gonna win between 12 and 14 games.
This year.
I'm saying this year.
No.
Yeah, this is the time.
What's the Bills record? What's the Bills record?
Don't worry about the Bills. Okay.
What's the Bills record?
Stop trying to be funny. Stop.
No, I'm
Don't
trying
worry about the Bills. That's not the team they got to worry about.
No, I'm saying
Miami's record?
What's the
Why
team?
you worried about the Bills? Why are you worried about the real New York football team?
What are you
trying
to
do?
I'm trying to do is I'm trying to assess your judgment. Because I'm trying to assess your judgment. You said that they're gonna win 12 games?
You talking about the Giants? Maybe talking about the Giants. Talking about the Giants, not the Jets.
He's talking about the Giants. I got that. But
12 to 14
he's
games.
a Bills fan, so a Bills fan can't legitimately give any sort of
a method
realistic.
To my madness.
What's the Bills' record?
Don't worry about that. Don't worry about my team. That's like you worry about my team in basketball. Stop. Don't do that. What I'm saying is there's a method to my madness. If they win 12 to 14 games this year, I want to see that schedule, a much tougher schedule with DJ as your quarterback, and see how far you get next year.
He might not even be the quarterback next year.
That's what I was about to say. I agree. Yeah,
he might not. No, they're going to sign him.
They might not.
No, they're not.
If they have a successful season,
I don't know, because remember they got the Chicago Bears pick, and if the Bears start to bottom out, they might be able to get a number 1 pick.
If they do, then I can see what you're saying.
If they get a Bryce, that kid out of Alabama, or one of them young, I can see them saying bye, Daniel.
I can see that too. That's only if.
So why haven't they signed him? Why haven't they signed him yet? Because
they're still holding out
they're not.
judgment. They're still holding out
No,
judgment.
dude, we've seen enough of his. We've seen
No doubt.
enough
I
of
agree.
his
We
play.
have seen enough.
We've
I
seen
agree with
enough.
you.
like I
We've
said
seen enough.
on the last one I was on with Doug, you can't
Yeah.
say that, bro. He's had what, 3 different head coaches and 3 different offensive coordinators his
See?
first 3
Dude,
years.
And
dude,
like
if
Jose
you
is
can,
saying, like
if you can
Jose is saying,
throw,
hold on. Like Jose
Give me
is saying,
stability,
what
and
makes
then
you
you say something.
right. What makes you think that the management isn't thinking the same thing? I'm just saying.
dude,
I'm
dude,
just saying.
listen,
Daniel Jones is the
Saying.
Frank Ntilikina of the Giants.
Damn.
Yeah,
son.
I
come on.
agree.
All
Dude,
the
He
different
should never been
coaches,
number 1 draft
but he
pick.
never
No.
got no
I
better.
agree. For sure. He should have
Whatever.
been.
You
He's
saying
not that
so?
good.
In other words, if the stars and the moons were aligned perfectly,
Whatever the case
if
may be,
this,
brother.
if that, if
Whatever the
this,
case
if
may
that, at the end of the day, he's just not good. He can't throw the ball.
Listen.
He doesn't read the field.
Listen.
He doesn't read the field.
Here's the
And
thing. But here's the thing, Bishop. Realize this. You have to give DJ credit because he's cut down on the turnovers.
so,
And if I say that and Jose could say that and know it,
I can give you this.
what makes you think the management might not say or
so
think
the
the same
bar
thing?
has
Hold on,
been,
hold
so
on,
the
hold
bar
on.
has been
I give you
set
this.
so low. The bar has been set so low that this is the
Yeah.
parameter.
Okay,
Cut down on turnovers.
no.
Really? Is that what we're doing here?
Who leads the NFL in fourth quarter comebacks this year? Daniel Jones.
See? That's another. There you go. Another. Okay. There's
But
another
they didn't
nugget.
beat nobody.
It doesn't matter. He still came back.
Yeah.
Where he wasn't last year, he was fumbling the ball out of bounds, getting tripped up by the goal
I'm
by the
telling you.
10-yard line.
I'm telling you. Don't be shocked if this guy is signed. Okay, we'll
I
see.
hope not. Maybe as a backup. Maybe as a backup.
Here's one catch.
As a
Here's
backup.
one catch. My boy, my Penn State alum is almost averaging 100 yards a game.
Yeah.
That's taking the pressure off of
Yep.
mini Gazoo Manning.
When was the last time he had Saquon Barkley as his running back?
Right.
Well, yeah, he was hurt. Yes.
Right.
See
Exactly.
what I'm saying? He didn't have a running game
he's
last year.
averaging 98 yards a game.
There you go. There you go.
And he's had a couple of 100-yard games.
For sure.
So
I'm not saying he's great. I'm not
him.
saying he's perfect, but give him an offense, give him a running back, and the same offense for the next couple of years, and then you can say something.
You know how they've been winning these games? They've been winning these games, the running game and the defense.
For
It
sure.
has nothing to do with it.
But that's the Giants' MO. If you're a Giant fan, that's always been our MO. O.J. Anderson, who's the other small one? The Thunder and Lightning, Joe Morris.
Joe Morris, exactly.
Dude, Eli Manning had one of the weakest arms in the league.
And he had one of the best running games in the league.
At least he was reliable enough.
Eli Manning was the king of
mediocre.
The king of mediocre
and he
with 2 rings.
And he worked.
Yep. He was the king of mediocre. Listen, I'm expecting Daniel Jones to have a helmet pass as well. I get it. Okay? Because, again, don't get me started on Eli, please.
Dude, his whole career, 5 to 10 yard passes. He was consistent. Didn't throw the ball away.
Yeah,
he wasn't a
consistently
superstar.
mediocre.
You know who did that? Phil Simms. Same thing.
No, but I'll tell you this.
Phil Simms did not have an arm. Phil Simms did not have an arm.
Phil Simms was not mediocre.
No.
But he didn't have an arm neither. He was a 10, 15-yard guy down the field. You run.
But he could throw. I brought this up once before. Eli Manning may be one of the first players that has 2 rings, and when it comes time to go to the Super Bowl, you're going to say, okay, he got 2 rings. He ended his career at an even 500.
Yep.
Mediocre.
His touchdown to interception ratio was not that big. It was kind of close.
Mediocre.
It was kind of close. And let's not forget, you talk about Daniel Jones. We all remember, I used to joke about him, Gazoo with the big helmet. Man, you give Eli Manning 2 seconds, he's going to throw the ball to somebody. May not be on your team, but he's going to throw the ball to somebody. He wasn't. He was not the pitcher of consistency. No way, no how.
No.
And you know what, Art? In the beginning of the year, when y'all got me back into watching football this year, you know why I wasn't watching it before.
For sure.
And I kept joking with y'all. Damn, Geno Smith. MVP. Each week I would text y'all, Geno Smith, MVP.
Right.
And I was joking. I was just joking.
For sure.
Yo, they're 6-3. He's busting everybody's ass in front of him.
Yeah, he sure is. He sure is doing his thing.
So the
man.
Giants might pull off a deal and get him next year, bring him back to New York, and let him rewrite his wrong. Wouldn't that be something?
That would be something.
Geno. And you know what's even funnier with the Geno story?
What's that?
Pretty boy Ricky. What's his name? I don't mean to call him. Pretty boy went from Seattle to Denver.
Oh.
Russell.
Yeah, pretty boy Russell. Yeah. They can't get out their own way. He can't get on the field. And Geno Smith, MVP.
Ain't that some shit?
Get the fuck out of here.
Well, you know what? Geno deserves a lot of credit because I was reading up on him a little bit recently, and he has this spirit of resiliency.
Yes.
And I gotta give him credit for that because he's like, listen, I'm gonna when I get my chance, I'm gonna be ready. So I gotta give props to Geno.
What didn't he do, R? Never gave up.
Never gave up, man.
Never gave up.
Never gave up. Never gave
now
up.
Look at him.
Exactly.
Everybody has Seattle for dead. Oh, San Francisco, the Rams, all these one-hit wonders.
Right.
And here comes what's his name? What's their coach's name again?
Who? Pete Carroll?
Seattle. Pete Carroll.
Yeah.
He's still running around the sidelines at 80 years old like a kid. Like a kid in the candy store. And his team feeds off of that shit.
He should be.
They feed off of that.
He's not. He should be running around. He's not designated for the unemployment line. He should be running around.
No, but you know what? Again, guys, come on. 6 months ago, if you had Seattle winning 6 games all year,
you
were going high. You were going high. Trust me.
For real.
And now, I mean, again, I look at fun stories, guys. I don't look at all the. They're a fun story. I mean,
no doubt. No question about it, brother.
Geno Smith. And I'd love to hear what's his name backtrack.
Who?
Rex Ryan on ESPN.
Fuck.
We already know what he said. You'll never be a quarterback in this league. Now he backtracked and said, "No, I meant he'll never be a quarterback on the Jets." Yeah, okay.
Yeah, all right, whatever.
Like everybody forgot what you said. Rex. No.
The hell with Rex Ryan. You know?
Bastard. He set the
his
Jets
hard
back
work is paying off, man.
Yeah. Rex Ryan set the Jets back.
Now, I don't know about
defense.
I don't know about this one. I don't know, Reg. Doug Williams.
Who?
I don't know, Reg.
Geno Smith.
Yeah.
Hey. You
I
never
don't know. I don't know about that one, bro. I love you, Reg, but I don't know about that one. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, what would happen if Geno Smith went to the Super Bowl?
Man, I can't even answer that.
Think about one thing, guys, before we go. Y'all are the football guru. The NFC, period.
Right.
Philadelphia, Cowboys until they do cowboy shit. Who's really that strong in the NFC?
Damn.
Let's hope the Eagles lose a game before the playoffs.
Well, you know what, though? Here's the thing, Dom, and I'm just going to throw this out there. In either the NFC or even the AFC, for that matter, you know, it could be who gets hot at the right time.
Right. Yeah.
It could be who, you know what I'm saying?
San Francisco with Christian McCaffrey.
There you go.
You
know what, Jose? I had the same thought. I had the same thought, Jose. Same thought.
That's scary. You got 2 Swiss Army knives.
Yeah.
Word.
3 weeks ago, everybody was like, "Oh, this guy's done. He gets hurt all the time." And I'm watching him play here in Carolina. I'm like, put this guy on the field,
bro.
But he may get hurt, but he's gonna give you 150%.
Let me tell you, did you see that first game he played?
Oh, the rushing touchdown, the passing touchdown, the receiving touchdown.
I was done. I was done. I was like, that's the guy y'all predicting the downfall immediately? Yeah. I was like, yo, what?
I'm pretty sure Bishop's seen him a few times because we get all the Panther games out here.
Shoot.
Yeah, I hate the Panthers.
Me too. I don't like them. forced to watch him.
And I'm sure he might be a little healthier now because you're not going to give him the ball as much with the Panthers.
There you go.
Yeah.
There you go.
So he might be a little. You're not going to give him the rock 40, 50 times. Listen, you got Debo on one side. I could give you a little rest.
Exactly.
And
not only that, our boy who's not here tonight, Max 611, he had said, "Yo, put him, as a receiver in the slot, move him around."
Yeah, but Max,
like they did with LaDainian.
Max was also one of them that said his career is over. He gets hurt all the time.
Right.
And I said the same thing. You remember when the Giants drafted Barkley from State, from the Bronx? I was like, wow, this guy and me, we did a lot. Man, he's going to the Giants. Oh, God, I hope he survives until they get better. And what happened to him? Hurt this year.
Right.
Thank God he's playing.
Thank God.
Afraid that him going to the Giants with this, I guess you call it semi-rebuild, that he was take a beating. And the same thing happened to McCaffrey. Him and Cam Newton.
Yeah.
There's a reason they both was, had one foot on the banana field because they was 98% of the offense.
For sure.
I mean, granted, Cam could have been a little smarter. We know you was big, Cam, and Cam would hit you instead of you hitting him when he ran the ball. But
he was looking for contact.
And unfortunately, good thing McCaffrey got out of here. When he went to San Francisco, I wanted to text Mark and say, yeah, motherfucker, his career's over, huh? Yeah, okay.
Exactly.
Shit. He's lightning.
Yeah. Nah, he could be the linchpin for San Fran. I'll tell you that right now.
Yeah.
Damn sure could be. And it's like I said, a case of who's hot.
Yeah, and they got the
end.
They got the ultimate handsome quarterback, no homo, Jimmy G.
But wait a minute. Imagine next year when they put Trey Lance back in there and you got three weapons because he's a running back, and a Debo. That's
what about the Niners still going with this guy? Jimmy G go to the Giants.
You never know.
This guy's been to the Super Bowl, and they talk about him like he's.
I know.
Because he was a game manager, Eli Manning type. Yeah, 50%. You're gonna throw the interception. Yeah.
And also the fact that they play. If you notice, they play different with Jimmy G.
Yeah.
They play different. They play with a lot more passion than the offense. They really do. You know what I'm saying? You can see the difference.
You guys are the football gurus. I always say that. He was one bad throw away from winning the Super Bowl.
Yes.
One bad throw.
Bad throw. Exactly.
And that's what it is. You fight for a guy like that. It's not just his fault, and everybody makes it his fault. So I'm gonna fight for you.
Right.
Y'all remember, right?
Look what's going on with Kirk Cousins right now in Minnesota.
Which I find incredible.
Yeah, and everybody hates him.
Yeah.
I can't find nobody that likes Kirk Cousins.
I like Kirk Cousins.
So what? He goes out and plays the same way every Sunday.
I like Kirk Cousins. He cracks me up because he's like, ever since that, you like that? I was like, oh my God, this guy's hilarious.
Wouldn't you be like that though? They doubted you 3 years in a row. We're not giving you money because we don't think you could do it again. And he did it again. We don't think you could do it again. And he did it again. You gotta respect that.
You have to. 100%.
Who has bankrolled more money than Kirk Cousins?
I can't think of anybody.
Not me neither. No.
I can't think of anybody.
They're saying what he can't do, but he does good, and he's getting all the money.
Hell yeah. I like him. I'm like, okay.
Funny as hell.
Matt kills me for that. He's like, oh, you like that bum? Like, dude, he's really not a bum. I'm just saying.
If he was on San Francisco,
right,
Philly, Buffalo,
right,
Kansas City, I mean, taking away their quarterback, like we don't know them. We don't know.
Okay.
Quarterback. He was on their team. The teams that they have, shit.
Yeah.
It wouldn't be a big drop off. It wouldn't.
No, it wouldn't be.
Not
one
at all. Bit.
Not at all. Not at all, guys.
He's just cocky and goofy. He makes mistakes that make you scratch your head.
Right.
But come back the next series and do some weird shit.
And remember, this is a guy that not too long ago, he was like an MVP candidate.
Yeah. Yep.
Remember that. He was. Okay, not too long ago.
Remember the money he bankrolled because they kept tagging him.
Right.
And
exactly.
Word, did he?
And then he cashed in on bankrolling them things. That's the thing you got to think about. Remember that.
Big time.
Okay.
You know?
They gave him the franchise tag, and then he put up monster numbers. Then they gave him franchise tag and put up monster numbers, and then he got a monster contract.
That's it.
The other team from Minnesota.
From Minnesota. Because
Exactly.
Washington was like, yeah, we don't think you could do it again for the third year in a row. He's like, I don't care. I'm getting paid somewhere else.
I'm getting paid, and he sure enough did.
That's the
And he sure enough did.
That's the greatest financial story in NFL history.
Hell yeah. It's almost better than what do you call it? The one where what's his name? Not Edgar, Edwin Diaz.
Oh, that one there?
Yo, bro, that is hilarious. Bobby Bonilla Part 2.
Bro, exactly. You know that's gonna happen, right?
Yo,
you know that, right?
That's crazy.
We were supposed to talk about that tonight, too. This guy broke the bank.
He not only did he break the bank, but he got the deferred pay until 20 what?
Yeah.
Is it 46 or something? Or 42? What? It's something.
3010.
I was like, yo, how did you pimp that?
His checks going to his kin. His checks going to his nephews and kids.
Because here's the thing. I think Bobby Bonilla's wife negotiated. I said, did he hire Bobby Bonilla's wife?
I grew up with her.
Stop playing. For real?
Baseball with Bobby Bonilla. We went to the same high school.
Wow.
His sister, his wife grew up in the same housing area as me.
Wow.
Yeah.
Dude.
Bonita.
Wow. But I was like,
I was better than him in high school. I just decided to join the Army.
Man, you should have stuck with that baseball route then.
Wasn't
Shit, you'd been paid.
He was fat. He was this is no joke, guys. I played Google this clown. He went to Lehman in the Bronx.
In the Bronx. I know exactly where he played.
But
wow.
And remember the Gold Glove dude, Hector Ramos?
Yeah.
We all went to school together.
Dom, you should have stuck that out, man. What's wrong with you, man?
Kokomo was the greatest break dancer in New York City. We all went to the same high school. We all. I used
you should have stuck with that.
Bobby Bonilla out in practice and then go play shortstop.
Yeah, he had a problem with the change up in the curveball because smacked the shit out fastballs though.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Had a hell of a curve, but I only occasions and I was actually the shortstop. But during practice, he would get up there with his little fat ass, and then he would try to get up righty, and I'm right-handed.
Right.
Just throw him a curve, and he'd be spinning in the dirt. And then I would just run out the shortstop and say, hey, man, just hit the ball at me. And just throw him the ball. Let him hit it without, you know how you throw the ball in the air and you hit ground balls? I said, tell him to hit some ground balls for him.
Right.
But, hey, Bobby.
Oh, man.
Lehman High School. Oh, yeah.
Nice.
We played Hutch. High school was built over the Hutchinson River.
Yeah.
Yep. I played on that field. on that field.
Okay.
Now they got AstroTurf.
Yep.
It's
AstroTurf, really? Okay, whatever.
Yeah, sir.
I'm not crazy about that shit.
Yeah. I reached my wife because her school ain't even there no more. She went to Roosevelt. They closed that shit down.
I'm sure.
And closed it down.
Brothers, let me close this out. We're going to get to this another day, hopefully on Monday. I hope so. We'll see. If not, definitely Tuesday because I'll be off as well. But I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you, Dom, the Bishop. Of course, Jose, thanks for joining us first time.
Anytime.
You come
Thank
back.
You
I appreciate you for sure. No doubt. All right. People in the chat room, my man Jeff, Reggie, everybody else. Hopefully, I ain't missed no names because I didn't see your names there anyway. But thanks for joining us and the rest of the audience. So peace out and thanks for tuning to In the Paint. So blessings. Enjoy your weekend.